Anthony are no strangers to scandal. Opie and Anthony on satellite radio.
Apparently, Opie and Anthony are dicks.
Oh, here they go again.
Fun, dopey radio show.
Not just any radio show. A radio show that inspires beyond your wildest dreams.
The show was a lot funnier on NEW.
The show's hosts, Anthony Cumia and Greg Opie Hughes.
Controversial team.
6 years without getting fired, a new record for us.
It's just astounding to me.
I didn't want to say it's racist, but goddamn.
This show will rock as best as we could possibly do this radio show.
I'm going to go home and whack to a tranny later. There you go, all right?
God, we just lost our demo, man. What's wrong with you?
Is this the last straw for the raunchy radio duo?
The Opie and Anthony Show, the most popular show in the history of satellite radio.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Good morning.
Here we are. Hi, everybody.
Monday.
Yes.
Fucking Monday.
Let's gotta wake up.
Doesn't matter what you do for a living. Mondays just fucking blow.
These blow.
Even if you have a good gig, it still just sucks on Mondays.
Oh yeah. It's just getting up part sucks. I get the Sunday evening doldrums. I get the doldrums.
Really? Why?
Yeah, because you just know what's coming.
Because the party's over?
Yeah, the party's over. You got to go to bed relatively early, and you can't really party much, and the weekend's over.
The weekend.
Yeah,
Sundays are weird.
Yeah, it's just one of those. Ugh. I pretty much just spent the time playing iPad games yesterday.
Oh, nice.
My eyes are burning.
Really?
They're just burning.
Really?
Really? My eyes are going crazy. Yeah. I was playing that fucking... I'm late to the game, but Angry Birds. You got to flick the birds in a slingshot and hit things and make things fall and kill little piggies' heads. It's fun.
It's weird that gaming's going backwards, but people are digging
really
them.
is.
You know.
I needed giant friggin' tower systems to play the games I was playing a few years ago.
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption is now Angry Birds.
And now you're just happy sitting there flicking something for hours on end doing that. And then there's another sim game that I was playing where you got to run this little city and build things and stuff.
I like those dumb
Those
games.
are great.
I don't know why.
They're like potato chips.
They sure are.
You just got to go, oh, I need more resources. Oh, I need more of this. Oh, shit. Slipping up.
Although, being a father, those Sims games aren't fun anymore because you're living it.
You live the Sims
Holy
game.
shit. Can't push a kid down for 2 seconds before he's banging into something.
Oh, jeez, there's a fire.
All of a sudden he's picking up a chainsaw. You're too young to be picking up a chainsaw.
Yeah, you got to watch that.
Yeah, it's not fun if you're a parent. Those Sims games are just way too fucking stressful.
Yeah.
It's like, why would you want to do that when you're playing the real-life Sims game?
And it's easy with the iPad because you just sit there and you still watch TV.
Yeah,
it's like you're not sitting in front of a big computer monitor playing a game. It's just like
you're just lounging,
whatever. All touch screens, so you don't have to really deal with a keyboard or anything. It's just they are pretty fun. And then we went to the big Back to the Future showing.
Oh, you went to an actual movie theater?
Yes, went to a movie theater.
That's the first time in what?
I cannot even tell you when the last time I was
in a
movie
theater. It's got to be years.
I think it is. Mm-hmm. But yes, the wonderful Danny was there, and Travis and his lovely wife went also. And there were some fans there, fans of the show.
Nice.
Say hi.
Was it worth it though?
Yes. You know what? Seen the movie 1,000 times. Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter when you see it in that context. And because it was a movie theater too with a big fucking screen.
Yeah.
Like I don't like when they show, oh look, we're bringing it back to to the theater, and it's on a shitty little screen. Mm-hmm. That sucks. This was a big screen, a digital copy. It was clear, sound was great, and amazingly enough, you pick up little fucking details that you don't see on TV.
Like what? That there are other dorks in the.
Yes, that there are other geeky, nerdy dorks. It was all. It looked like our audience. The whole audience was any road show we've ever done. It was kind of goofy guys and their not too attractive girlfriends.
Not a lot of hot chicks.
No.
Where are the hot chicks?
No, I don't know where the hot chicks were, but they weren't in Back to the Future.
All we have to do.
Hopefully they're going to the show tonight.
You're going again?
Hell yeah, I'm going again.
See, because tonight is the anniversary.
So?
Of when Marty actually went.
So?
Right.
Into the past.
Yes.
You see,
See?
because it was October 25th,
October
1985.
85.
So now you can go and watch Back to the Future 25 years to the day of when Marty took his big adventure through time.
Yes. And when Doc says at the beginning that he's going to go 25 years in the future to see what life is like beyond his years, this is the exact day he would have popped in if the Libyans hadn't
Today?
shown up. Today.
Today.
It was his
Today.
big escape somewhere in a mall parking lot. Doc Brown was supposed to wipe his brow and go, I got rid of the terrorists.
Yes.
I've escaped them.
I've escaped. I am now 25 years in the future. And he would have been gravely disappointed. I think he would have been like, I expected a little more than
No
this.
crazy yellow suit or the mirror
the
glasses.
and nothing crazy. We're still
Mr. Fusion. There's no Mr. Fusion.
No Mr. Fusion. We're still just walking around. He could see a DeLorean just driving around. Nothing different.
Well, I guess my weekend's going to continue. Let me know when this is over. Why don't we go back to 85 and see what the big shit was, going on?
The big shit that was going on?
Yeah, to see how much we have actually advanced in the last 25 years. I think all of us are going to be gravely disappointed.
Computing, huge.
Computing and obviously
That's
cell
it.
phones. That's about
That's
it.
it.
The cars are pretty much exactly the same.
Cars, they look different, but they always do every year. They've looked,
They don't really look that much different
in
from
1990. 1990, if you looked at the cars and thought about those cars in 1985, you'd be like, wow, that's the future. And now you look at them and they're old cars. That's exactly what happens every year with cars. So you can't even deal with that part of it. So he would have just been gravely disappointed. He'd have thought his machine didn't work. He'd have still been in that mall parking lot.
True.
Going, wait, why is there still JCPenney's here? There should be a fucking space dock or something.
Oh, and we could go to, better places to get our coffee. I think that's about
more
it.
Coffee
in the last
places.
25 years, if you think about it. The
That's
trains
it.
are still the same. The buses are still the same. The bitches are still the same.
Yeah.
Everything is still
And
the same.
thankfully, Coca-Cola is still the same.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola's still the
85,
same.
That's when they switched over to
The Who is
Coke.
probably doing their
Yeah.
first farewell tour. They're still fucking performing. Nothing changes ever.
No. He would have been disappointed. He would have been very upset. He'd been like, no, I got to go 100 years in the future.
Yeah. Were there any Schwoggies at the movie theater?
One Mayor Goldie Wilson fan
Oh, really?
was there.
I say that because I think that's what turned you off to movie theaters. That the
Well,
Schwoggies, bothered you to a point you decide not to go to movie theaters anymore.
Opie, I don't really like using that language. But I will say there is a certain element that go to certain movies that do ruin the movie watching experience. That did not happen during Back to the Future. It was a very
safe crowd.
predictable crowd, let's say. And there were about, 8 DeLoreans out front.
No.
Yes, DeLoreans. And
Well, when
Danny
you're-
made a great observation.
I hope the traffic cops fucking had them.
Well, when you're a part of the Long Island DeLorean owners guild,
Association, yes.
you show up to these
You
things.
show
buddy.
up.
To these things. You don't have a lot of events to go to, so.
People were taking pictures with the DeLoreans, and then there was one guy who had kind of some fins on the back, and he had something that looked like a spaghetti colander and a Kool-Aid pitcher on top to look like the Mr. Fusion thing. It was like, and Danny just looks, he goes, either do it or don't do it.
It was like painted
it's
plywood
so
for those
half-assed.
rear fins, and
Yeah, yeah.
it looked so fucking bad.
It looked lame. Like, if you're going to do it, then do it up like the fucking movie car, or just have a DeLorean.
Spend the $6,000 or don't touch the car.
That's it.
It's one or the other. There's no in between.
I could think of a great place for a fire tonight. A great entrance. It can be burned.
Like the Happy Land Social Club.
Jesus.
That movie sucks.
No, people love it. It's endearing.
The only movie I went to go see when it went back into theaters was E.T.
Yeah.
a few years ago. Well, it's probably like 7, 8 years ago now. They brought that back into movie theaters. And then to see they replaced the guns with walkie-talkies.
Walkie-talkies and
I'm
things.
like, all right, I'm never doing this again.
That was Spielberg's request, actually. He wanted.
I think it was Drew Barrymore's.
Oh, is it her?
She has
Okay.
a lot of power, and she's not a
Okay.
gun girl, man.
Yeah, man.
So let's replace all the guns in the original movie with walkie-talkies. It was enraging. It's like, whatever your political views, why don't you just leave the shit that already happened alone
The way
at
it's
least?
supposed to be. I was glad
Let's not
they
change
didn't,
history as well.
I was glad they didn't change anything in Back to the
They
Future.
didn't change anything? That's good enough.
No, because there was one part, and it's amazing how uncomfortable.
Wait, those are the
audience can
DeLoreans
get. Yeah.
parked out front of the movie theater?
Yeah.
Wow, there's tens of actually there's nobody around the DeLoreans to check it
The
out.
owners of the DeLorean.
That's about it.
Well, to be fair, that was like 5 minutes before the show.
Oh, see, everybody was
Everybody was
outside.
actually in the theater.
Those were futuristic looking back then, though, weren't they?
Yes.
They're not now.
They're not
No.
even close to
They look
futuristic.
horrid.
Yeah.
I would mind having one. I don't have garage space. They're pretty cheap these days.
How much is a DeLorean?
Yeah, $40,000. You could put
Well, 40, that's like brand new. You
Yeah,
can get
brand new.
it made from actual parts.
Yeah.
If you want one that was on the road used, you could probably pick one up for like 15, 16.
Yeah.
How much were they back then?
I
Weren't they like a
you
luxury car?
Yeah, it was like a sports car, but it was gravely underpowered, and the guy that ran the company was on coke, so all that money was going into his nose. The audience getting very nervous at certain parts. I knew they were going to do that on SNL.
They did it badly, by the
Did
way.
they?
Yeah, really badly.
Who's the actor? It looks like him.
That's the guy that's
What's his name? Fucking Keenan. Fucking.
yeah. It's the black guy.
Keenan?
It's the fat black guy from SNL.
Yeah.
He looks just like him. I mean, it's
They-
great
you know,
makeup.
it is easy to make a black guy up as him. I mean, you could take any black guy and put that white hair on him. It's going to look like him. Very, very uncomfortable when the part where they went, "Hey, beat it, spook."
Oh, really?
Yeah, like we were the only ones that busted out laughing.
Well, good for you.
In the whole theater, and then I heard one woman like off to the side go like something like, "Oh my,
Oh, my. I forgot that was in this movie.
like yeah,
Oh, boy.
beat it, spook."
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
How do I
we
explain
were-
that to the children?
We were definitely the only three people who laughed at that line.
Good, you should
And then
have.
right behind us, she's, oh my God.
Oh my God!
Really?
And then the other part where the guy at the diner goes, "Yeah, that'll be the day a colored mayor." And nobody, it was like silence. Everyone was afraid to say anything at that point.
Seeing the movie with a bunch of people really just brings it all together how much we've analyzed this movie, because
Yeah.
the three of us are just cracking up at stuff that no one else is laughing
No one's
at.
laughing at it. Like Doc's faces.
Yeah.
Fucking-
or at the end when the hell did this happen?
Yeah, when the hell did
Nobody's
this
laughing.
happen? Why wasn't I told?
Mr. McFly! Mr. McFly!
I think it's your new book. Like, it's just little parts that
Little
are just
dumb
so,
things, right?
So funny. We're the only idiots just cackling hysterically.
I wish I could enjoy it. That movie makes me nauseous.
It's great.
You know there's going to be a 3D version now.
Oh,
That'll
God.
that'll keep the franchise alive. They'll turn it into a 3D thing and put it back in theaters.
The big Blu-ray release is tomorrow.
So
Yeah.
you go Blu-ray and then you go 3D another
Making,
year or so.
New video game is coming out.
Oh,
It's all about the Back
They've
to the Future.
never been good, those video games. A Back to the Future video game, never good.
We'll see. This one's supposed to be okay.
But they have like Marty carrying like grape soda over a white rug. And they're like, will he make it? Won't he make it? You know. You know. You know.
Well, that sounds like an exciting, exciting day at the movie theater.
Oh, it was.
I
was.
I decided to see an updated movie.
Oh, you saw a new movie?
I saw Jackass 3D. Holy shit, is that fucking movie?
Good one, yeah.
I wrote ridiculously hilarious. I didn't know how to
Hilarious.
express how great that movie was and how just ridiculous it was.
Yeah.
And Johnny Knoxville has to be out of his mind the amount of hits he takes in this movie.
Bad.
Unbelievably bad.
Weren't they grooming him to like be a kind of a Hollywood leading man kind of a thing for 10 minutes?
He was hoping to move on from Jackass,
Yeah,
right?
they kind of threw him in a few movies and
He was in the Retard movie, but
Yeah,
they sort
yeah.
of made it PC, so it kind of...
Dukes of Hazzard.
Is that the one that the Special Olympics actually
endorsed
and
Yeah, because
cooperated with?
The Ringer, yeah.
Because they didn't take it to the limit.
It was
you
The
know.
Ringer, which could have, looking at it as a comedy, you could really do a lot of things with it, but they
yeah.
decided to do it with the help of the Special Olympics, so it kind of the movie kind of just sat there. Could have been way better. Way better. So.
Every line should have been, duh, shut up.
But that Jackass 3D and the reaction in the audience, oh my God, the whole fucking theater into it.
Yeah.
Big time, yeah.
How's the 3D? Did they use
the 3D
it well?
it was good, but you could take the glasses off and watch it as a regular movie.
Didn't matter.
I
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Because some of these 3D movies, you take the glasses off, take a little break, and you're like, whoa, what the fuck?
There's no difference when you're watching the 3D movie without the glasses on?
I took it off only for, in all fairness, less than a minute.
Nothing gets a little blurry or
it didn't
double
seem
or-
like it.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works, but it didn't seem like it, the 30 seconds or whatever I took it off for. Because I was wondering what it looked like without the glasses, you know?
Because I know when I watch Honey, I Shrunk the Audience at Epcot.
And took off
and
the
you
glasses?
take the glasses off, it's like a double image.
Or parts of it are double image, maybe?
You know, the whole thing looks off.
Oh, no, I didn't feel that at all.
And it's not the red and blue glasses, it's like the polarized glasses. So
that fucking movie, though, man. Jesus. Unbelievable. I don't want to give away any of the stunts because there's still a shitload of people that are going to go see Jackass 3D, but I laughed so fucking hard, man.
Yeah, good one.
So fucking hard.
That's a good one.
How was the B one? The B,
the B one, I want to go a couple more weeks and then we can discuss Jackass 3D.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was suspicious. I'll tell you why.
Oh.
They never showed the bee stings at the end of it.
Huh.
So now we had a discussion about that after the movie. Did they not show the bee stings? Because then that would fuck up their R rating. Would it be too gratuitous? I can't fucking talk today. Fuck. Like, I don't know what that's about. Because if they're playing tetherball with a beehive, basically, I mean, they put the bees inside.
They always show the after
They
reaction.
didn't show the after, and I'm wondering if that had something to do with the ratings board.
Do you think they felt it would? Cause they might have showed it in another Jackass, or maybe they thought it wasn't a big enough deal.
Or maybe they just didn't get stung enough. I don't know.
Maybe.
So they wanted to kind of leave it to your imagination. So that was suspicious. And then they had a little too much frontal nudity.
Ooh.
Oh, really?
A little too much fun.
A lot of cock.
But they had, and this stuff is so weird to me because Jimmy has dealt with it with Comedy Central and all that. They were able to show the cock, but then they had to black out the cock. So I guess they could only show the cock a certain amount of time, and then the ratings board would have would be okay with that. So then they would kind of block it out. I don't want to give away the stunt, but there was a stunt with a penis, obviously. So they sort of had it blocked out, but then when you really needed to see the penis, it was there for you, and then they block it out again. It was the weirdest thing.
It's odd.
How
Maybe it's also the was anything happening to the penis when they blocked it out?
Not in a sexual way whatsoever, no.
Yeah, but maybe they can just show it, but then the second you're fiddling with it in any way, shape, or form.
No, without giving away the stunt, no. It was more like they could only show it a certain amount of time, and then the ratings board would be okay with that.
Yeah, you're only allowed
really
a couple
bizarre
of seconds.
because it was a big black rectangle covering up the penis.
Oh.
And then they let that go away for a little bit to show the stunt, and then it was quickly back on it. Really strange.
It's odd.
It is odd, right? What is that about?
I don't know. The ratings board is stupid.
The stupid lawyers and the ratings board.
Yeah.
It's just awful.
But Johnny Knoxville is just out of his mind. There's a couple hits he takes. You just don't know how. I'll tell you the other one. He gets blindsided by an NFL player. He goes up the middle for a pass, and it's an NFL quarterback throwing the pass. So he's looking at the ball, and this guy just destroys him. Comes out of nowhere. It's set up as a stunt, and I don't know how anyone takes a hit like that
What did he
doesn't
bend
play
in half?
football. Oh, he just got fucking destroyed.
It's great.
Sean William Scott was a celebrity ref for that bit, and he's looking like, you got to be kidding me. Why am I a part of this? So the movie was unbelievable, though. Really, really good.
Yeah, they know how to fuck each other up.
That slow motion camera that who was talking about Bam and Steve-O were talking about. Wow, really brings some of the stunts together.
Yeah, you just see this guy's face sliding off his skull.
Oh, yeah. All I want to do is talk about the movie. I'm trying not to because, like I said, I'm sure people will be seeing it this week and next week. But after next week, then all bets are off. Then we'll discuss the movie.
It's not like the plot of Sixth Sense where you got to worry about.
You want to be surprised by some of the stunts.
Yeah. And yeah, Kenny said Knoxville's just looking beat up.
He looks a little
fucked up,
a little rough around the edges. To be fair,
yeah.
You know, I don't blame him. I'm sure he's got some. I was thinking maybe he's got some painkillers or painkillers.
Oh,
or
really?
something.
That's to make up for it. Yeah, because they're not kids anymore.
I'm sure he's got some injuries that he's still dealing with. You know.
Yeah.
So
Jesus Christ.
Steve-O wasn't in the movie that much.
No.
But when he was fantastic.
I think he said he's in the video along
3.5,
with the DVD.
yeah.
The 3.5?
The DVD out.
Yeah. But his stunts were over the top, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, they launch him in that portable
That-
toilet. That looks hysterical.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
He's screaming.
Unbelievable. Let me say hi to Jake in Jersey. Jake.
What's up, guys?
Hey, man.
Hey, you guys catch Brock Lesnar getting his ass fucking kicked? Oh, my God.
Certainly did.
Hold on 1 second. Somebody's saying Steve-O in Toronto, fake name. Why don't you use your real fucking name? Opie was a joke. You didn't get it. The black bar over the cock's a joke? Yeah, then I didn't get the joke. Then they failed miserably making me laugh with that. It just looked weird and like something was out of place. What was the joke, asshole? Go ahead, Jake.
About Brock Lesnar getting his ass kicked.
Yeah, that Mexican nailed him.
Yeah, Kane,
oh,
right?
Boy.
Velasquez.
I thought Brock looked a little
Looked a little heavier.
a little out of shape.
A little bit, but he still looked like Brock, but he put on a couple pounds.
Yeah, but it looked like the pounds he put on were not muscle.
Yeah.
Like he had his back and his gut looked big. He was flabbier, you know. And I know that's he's got a lot of weight and a lot of power behind him, but man, he just got out fucking fought.
Velasquez is not. It's not surprising. I mean, like, because he can. He's got good hands, man. He can box. But I was surprised that he lost because he had him by 20 pounds. Mm-hmm. And I didn't realize that Kane hit as hard as he did. Like, I knew he hit hard, but I didn't realize that's this we're watching right now where he hits Lesnar at one point where he falls all the way across the ring. Can you rewind that, Danny? I think he hits him. Yeah, you see how his left elbow caught his fucking head, his chin. It was almost accidental.
Oh, man.
Damn.
That was an amazing.
And they just kept pummeling him.
To see a guy that big get beat up is fucking amazing.
He doesn't look like he's out of shape, though.
No.
No, I mean, Lesnar doesn't look like he was out of shape.
If you saw him standing there before the fight, he wasn't that. He wasn't
slightly
rock hard
soft
or anything. Yeah,
maybe he didn't take the fight seriously.
Like a little soft.
Yeah, Kane, after that Carwin beating, it's kind of hard to get juiced up for anybody, you know, because Kane is, I don't think he hits as hard as Shane Carwin. Mm-hmm. So that was pretty amazing.
The gash that he had on his eye, he had a monster gash.
Oh, man, yeah, that cut he had.
Yeah, he got fucked up pretty good.
Deep.
I think that was from the elbow we just saw.
Yeah.
It was like an accidental left elbow.
Yeah.
But that put like a fucking huge.
His face was covered in blood.
He was kind of humble in defeat, though. I mean, he was, you know.
I humble you with the camel clutch. I fuck you in the ass.
But I like Brock more now than I used to.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. I kind of felt bad that he got beat up so bad.
Yeah.
Well, his game plan when he came out right from the bell was to bum rush him, and he just looked sloppy. He came out and ran right after him, and he just, you know, it didn't. He was just like swinging wildly, and he threw that flying knee. Like, I don't know, it just looked sloppy. Like he was just coming out, and that was the game plan to come out and bum rush him, but it failed.
Yeah, his thing is to get people on the ground, and he's so strong and so heavy. Like, you know, Frank Mir's a Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt and submission specialist, and he made him look horrendous on the floor.
Yeah.
So if he gets you on the ground, you're in deep shit. Mm-hmm. But
he got him on the ground, and Velasquez popped right back up.
Dude, right back up. He couldn't keep him down.
Yeah,
that's a strong little bastard, man.
He had better skills, Velasquez.
Yeah,
definitely.
And finally, Brock got caught, right?
That's why I'm calling him a little bastard. He weighs 244.
Yeah.
Jesus.
A little bastard.
That little guy. The little guy won.
The tiny little guy. I gotta clear something up. So people are dummies.
Yeah.
When we were talking about Back to the Future, hey, it's like, no, they went 30 years. He went 30 years in the future. Yeah, that was later in the movie. At the very beginning, he said he was going to go 25 years in the future. That was before the Libyans got there. So don't tell me, my friend. He said he was going to go 25 years in the future, and then he wound up going 30 years in the future at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And Marty wound up going 30 years back in
go.
the past. But at the beginning, he was going to go 25. He never got to do that because the Libyans came and shot him.
Let's go to Drew. Drew!
Motherfuckers.
Drew, your turn, brother. Let's go.
No, I was going to say Brock Lesnar getting his ass kicked was a long time coming, man. Fucking Shane Carwin, I don't know how he didn't finish the fight, but he definitely should have lost that fight.
Shane said that his body, I think that Shane had him in real bad shape, but Shane said his body went numb. Like the adrenaline or whatever was so over. Whatever it was that happened to him when he, like in between rounds, he just, his body went numb. Like I think you're right, he should have won, but he just couldn't finish him. But that made me like Lesnar. Like he took a fucking, every one of Shane's punches it's like a baseball bat, and he took it and he kept kicking him off. And I gave him a lot of credit for surviving that round.
That was amazing.
Well, also, you got to understand that them dudes have been doing it since they were 5 yeyears old. Brock Lesnar's new to it,
right?
So that's how the guy could defend himself so well when Brock took him to the ground and laid on top of him. That's what he did. The fight I watched on Spike TV before it came before the pay-per-view or whatever.
Isn't it amazing whenever you see guys who you think like no one's ever going to beat this guy up? These other guys who are in this world, like they know he's a good fighter and he's a tough guy, but there's always a guy who's just not afraid of you and who can. It's amazing how
it's a weird world to be in.
That mentality, to live in that mentality is
unbelievable.
To look at Brock Lesnar across the ring and know that his job right now is to beat the shit out of you because you're trying to take what's his. And to be calm and cool about that.
You think his time in the UFC is almost over, Brock Lesnar? I mean, obviously he'll fight again, but I mean, as far as being the main guy like he's been the last couple of years,
I don't know. He's 33. It's not like he's got probably a few years.
But
I'm
just saying, like it looks like he was exposed on Saturday as far as not being as talented as the rest of these guys.
He's got to come back and own somebody of
right
with a name.
Yeah.
That's all he's got to do.
There's a Carlin rematch to definitely have that.
Yeah. I'm not saying he's a has-been or anything like that, but it's obvious that there's guys out there that have way more skills than he does, like Velasquez.
I think that was. I kind of think it was good for the UFC in a way, like as far as a financial empire, because Dana was showing it in Mexico, and now you just got the entire country interested in this guy.
Oh yeah, now they go to Mexico. Now Dana takes over Mexico.
The rematch should be Velasquez and Brock in Mexico.
Oh, can you imagine?
That would be a massive event.
Huge.
I would, if I was Lesnar, I would just drink a bunch of their water before the match. Just fucking.
And then sit on his face.
Fire hose him right out of the ring.
All I wanted to say was I think Shane Carwin is definitely the best heavyweight in the UFC, and he should have won that fight. And if he gets a shot at the title, he will win it. But Brock Lesnar is the one that puts asses in the seats, and I'm gonna punch out.
Boy, hold on, let me ask. I like Carwin a lot too, but do you think he's the best? Because he's not the best wrestler, I don't think. Like I think Brock was a better wrestler than he was. I think Shane's a great puncher and a very, very he hits like a fucking cannonball. But was he the best wrestler?
Well, as far as the wrestling aspect, no. But Carwin, I like watching him because his hands, man.
Yeah.
But he's got sick hands, and he put Brock on his ass. He punched Brock. I mean, it's hard to put a 285-pound fucking beast like that on his ass.
Right.
Hit him with one punch, And Brock came out in the second round and used his assets to win the fight, but Shane Carwin is the best heavyweight in the UFC. I'm going to say that.
Okay.
All right, Drew.
Brock's thing, too, is he can't, like, Shane can probably murder you with a punch.
Sure.
Brock's punches, I mean, on our world, are probably deadly. But in that heavyweight world, he doesn't knock people out with his punches. He's got to be on top of you.
Would you take a punch from Brock Lesnar? Just to the shoulder?
Not even in the fucking calf.
Oh, God, can you imagine? Thank you, sir. Let's go to Silvio in Ohio. Silvio.
What's up, Bo?
What's up, brother?
Hey, I think Sam might know a little bit if he's around. But you were talking about Brock being a has-been, too. I think this sport, more than anything...
I don't want to say he's a has-been. I'm just saying I'm wondering if, us all thinking about Brock as the guy in the UFC, if that's, going to come to an end in the next year or so. Well, not even a year or so. Is it on its way out now?
I think the matchups in this matter so much that you could be the top of your game and just your worst part or your weakest link could be someone else's strong point, and then you wind up not looking as good.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Very profound. I I don't understand why Tito's still fighting. What is he doing?
And even Dana White hinted, like...
What is he doing?
Yeah,
Why
Tito
the
knew he
fuck?
got beat up.
He doesn't need
Hasn't
to
he lost
fucking
like
be in
5 out of the last 6 fights,
Yeah,
something like
he's-
that,
he's-
or 4 out of the last 5? He's pretty much
awful.
lost a lot of fights in a row now.
He just does not have it.
Liddell did that too at the end. It's just like those guys, no matter how talented they are,
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
it's hard to keep that level up for
They
until
have,
40.
they have to be shown the fucking door.
Or to walk
like
away.
by an ass beating. They really do.
Did Tito look really bad? I didn't get to see that.
Yeah, he looked terrible.
He put the other guy's arm up. He knew. There was no doubt. Who
Oh,
won.
really?
Yeah.
Silvio, go ahead.
Brock's walking by as, I guess, his exit from after losing. And Undertaker's getting ringside interviewed about the sport, about the fight, about things. And he just stops talking to the interviewer and stares at Brock. And Brock looks at Undertaker. And all of 40-year-old Undertaker just goes, "You want to go? What? I don't know what that's about."
And then Brock looked away.
First of all, Undertaker's got to be well over 40. He's been wrestling since I was a kid, I think. He's
Yeah.
been around forever. And we don't know what that was about. We're all trying to figure it out. We all saw the videotape, right?
Sam has said something on Twitter saying that it was something about Hell in a Cell, but I don't
He's an
follow that
idiot.
much.
Well, yeah, I would like to ask Sam.
But doesn't he... Brock's a UFC guy, and I don't think Dana White's going to play that horse shit, like
No.
cross-promotion crap. So,
No way. Not if
so
he
Brock
loses.
Lesnar would have to leave the UFC for him to join some kind of WWE event. So I don't know what the fuck that was about, and you never know with wrestling.
And it doesn't matter anyway. The point is moot because the Undertaker was buried alive last night.
He's dead.
That's what
The Undertaker's officially dead.
That's
He
what
was
Sam
buried,
said.
He was
so-
buried alive last night.
I mean, he was buried alive. How could he wrestle or fight or anything when he's been buried alive, Sam?
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand. I was just telling Travis, I don't know what you guys are doing talking about UFC when the big sports story coming out of this weekend is that The Undertaker was buried alive by his brother.
Buried alive by his brother, right? So it's over.
Why would that
The Undertaker's dead, right?
It doesn't really matter
Yeah.
what the whole Brock Undertaker thing was.
But he is dead. He's the dead man.
Yeah.
So-
He's been buried alive before, don't get me
has
wrong.
he? Don't get me wrong.
Well, he is the dead man. He knows how to get out of those
Yeah.
situations. Before we continue with this discussion, here's what went on after the Brock Lesnar fight. They're interviewing The Undertaker, who's a big MMA fan, big UFC fan, and this is how it went down.
I'm actually very surprised.
It's almost like you're at a loss for words here.
You want to do it?
It was Brock Lesnar right there. What did you just say to him?
It's kind of a personal thing. I think maybe he needs to. I think he needs to train a little harder.
Are you guys cool?
Personal.
Who are you rooting for tonight?
You know what? I got background with Brock, but that just showed you something right there.
I don't know what to think of that. That is weird. And if it's personal, why'd you bring it up in front of in front of this guy? And obviously, it's going to go viral. So it's got to be a work. So what are they working
Not from
on?
Brock's,
Why
because Brock's
doesn't
not
he
going to work that after
Why
he
doesn't he
loses.
sound like The Undertaker?
What do you mean?
He didn't really sound like The Undertaker when The
Sounded
Undertaker's
like just a
out.
regular guy.
He sounded like some guy just being interviewed.
Well, I think he's got to put on a public persona.
Why didn't his eyes go white?
That's what I'm saying. Here he's putting on the public persona.
Oh, is that it?
He can't be himself, the dead man. Well, I mean,
The dead man.
he's not going. The Undertaker's not going to fight an MMA fight at this point.
No, he's 45.
Of course not. So are they gonna have a street brawl, or is this a work for the WWE?
Well, The Undertaker is
that no one knows about except The Undertaker, obviously.
The Undertaker goes to every MMA show. He
Yeah,
goes
we
to
know
every
that.
UFC
He's a big
show.
fan.
So it's not like he has a problem with Brock Lesnar dating back to the old days, because why would it take years for... Like, he's always in the front row there.
Well, you know a lot about wrestling. Did these two ever have a problem?
No.
Outside the ring that you know of?
No, the wrestlers... I mean, Brock Lesnar, when he left WWE, people had a problem with him, but that was 7 years ago.
Yeah, what the hell at this point?
They like him now because Brock being good in UFC makes them look more legitimate.
Right.
So all the wrestlers like Brock.
So what the fuck is this about?
Whatever.
Was it? You
They're
think
trying
it
to get a
was
little publicity?
some kind of a...
You think it's a real thing?
Or some kind of a thing that's not aggressive, but like the two friends would say to each other?
Well, Undertaker said you want to do it.
Do you want to do it?
Like... He wouldn't if he were actually challenging Brock Lesnar to a fight, he wouldn't do it at the UFC right after Brock Lesnar. Like, he wouldn't.
No, Brock would murder him anyway.
Yeah, it just the context doesn't make any sense.
45 years old, he's going to go out there and get busted up.
If there was, all Brock Lesnar really did was stare back at him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Brock didn't really have to work. If it was a work, Brock Lesnar wasn't doing much to work it.
Yeah, I mean, Brock just lost a fight, so it's weird that the whole thing is weird.
I like that.
You want to do it?
He's got the height on him, but that's about it.
I wouldn't be hugely surprised if they're trying to get Brock Lesnar to wrestle one more match.
Maybe.
Oh, really? Like a WrestleMania or something?
Oh, do you want to do it? You want to wrestle?
Right.
Right, like you want to do this match. Like, I'm sure the offer's been put out there, and I mean...
But then...
maybe he just asked him like that, and...
He should have just punched his face.
Especially after losing a championship belt like that. If he's trying to get him to wrestle, what a horse's ass. If that's what that is, what an ass.
You want to do it, meaning get in a ring and do fake moves on each other.
But he knew that both of them... I mean, Brock Lesnar wrestled for a few years, so he knows something about performance. And I mean, when he beat, what's-his-name, Frank Mir, he cut a promo on him. So there is some professional wrestling in Brock Lesnar's blood.
But not after you lose a championship match for real.
Maybe you're feeling a little bad.
Yeah.
Feeling a little poorly.
Well, the Undertaker doesn't really know anything about that.
That's true.
So.
Yeah.
Look, I would assume the Undertaker's the type of guy that's not scared of anyone, though.
Yeah, I mean, the Undertaker
might not be the smartest thing not to be scared of anyone, but still. You want to do it. What does that mean? What does it
wrestle a match?
Yeah.
That's a dumb place to try to get that going, though.
I mean, not really. There's a camera on you, and everybody's talking about it.
That's true.
He didn't say what it was.
It's publicity.
Yeah, now everybody's trying to figure out what it was. If he said you want to wrestle at WrestleMania, everybody would be like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Of course.
But the fact that he said you want to do it, and people think, oh, shit, what's going on?
Is he going to MMA? Is it? Oh.
Yeah.
Why does he just sit down and watch the fucking show? Shut up.
But it looks like Brock is caught off guard, because Brock wouldn't...
Of course he is. He's lost.
Brock wouldn't agree to get into some weird wrestling storyline right after he loses a fight, right after he won a fight, for that matter.
He could beat him up right there. After his pummeling he just took, if they went into the ring, he could beat up The Undertaker.
I hope all this is before the fight, like The Undertaker asked him if he wanted to go get some diner food after the show.
So you want to do it?
And Brock's like, no, I'm not hungry.
Yeah, I'm in town. I haven't seen you in a while.
Or if they have homosexual encounters.
Yes.
And that really does mean, like, do you want to fuck each other in the ass?
You want to do it? Hotel room.
And Brock's like, look, man, I just
my
lost.
room. It's like, hey, leave me alone.
I also think if this was something real, Brock Lesnar seems like the type of guy he would have just tried to punch him in the face right there.
Or something.
Because he just lost a fight. He's not in a good mood to begin with.
No, he just eyeballed him and walked away.
Right.
But they both know that there's a camera on them. The guy does lots of MMA stuff, so they both know this is going to get hit like crazy. And I mean, even if he just lost a fight, they both know that there's an opportunity to make a lot of money if they can get a buzz on this.
I don't know. I'm really confused by this one.
I'm gonna guess the mentality of a heavyweight champion who has just lost in the first round is not going to be one of thinking of anything but getting the fuck out of that arena.
Of course.
Yeah.
This was the last thing on his mind. So it doesn't seem like Brock was in on this.
Maybe,
no, I don't think either of them were in on it. But
maybe there was a plan. But if Brock won, maybe there was a plan. If he won, that they would have traded a few barbs back and forth. But the fact that he lost, he just eyeballed him and walked the fuck away.
Yeah,
What's he going to start trash talking after he just took a horrid beating?
I think there's too many factors. If that had been a WWE interview, then it would have been set up. But I don't think it was set up. I think it was just convenient that there was a camera there, and they said, all right.
Maybe they were using UFC. Like, hey, I think we could get in here. They'll throw a mic on me. I'll say some shit.
Yeah. The Undertaker knew there was a mic on him.
Get in there and do it.
Well, we'll know more as the week goes on.
Why didn't you just say, hey, man, you get him next time or whatever? That's what you say to a guy after he loses. You don't give him some fucking idiotic...
Get him next time?
Or whatever you say. I mean,
betcha. You got moxie.
Yeah, all right, maybe that's not the best. But what would you say to a guy after he's been beaten like that?
Nothing.
Hey, man, I'm
Turn your
sorry.
head.
That's why I'm confused because, Brock's at a low place right now. So if it was all fake, why? I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Why take that moment?
Brock had nothing to do with that. I'm telling you.
No.
He looked at him like, are you an asshole?
Yeah, what are you doing?
As he should have.
Is it true?
Yes.
Tito, Ortiz has not won a fight since October 10th, 2006.
That's about right. He's lost like the last 5 out of 6 or something
That's
like that.
4
out of 5.
years.
Yeah.
He hasn't won a fight in 4 years.
Well, there was some downtime.
He hasn't been fighting a lot.
Yeah, he hasn't fought a lot since then.
Well, Jesus, he stinks.
Before our first break, we segue from wrestling to Vince McMahon. Well, he is wrestling, I guess. His wifey there is trying to become a politician.
Yeah.
And
she's going to run Connecticut.
And a ruling came down that you can't wear WWE shirts to the polls. Because it's considered what, advertising?
You're too dumb to vote if you do.
Oh, that's considered advertising, but Michelle
Campaigning.
Obama could go to the polls and talk about her husband and what a great job he's doing to the people that are going in to vote with impunity. Fuck this shit. Fuck her. Fuck the WWE. Fuck everyone. Stop it already.
Vince has a campaign going that he says the media is prejudiced against them, and he's trying to get the fans to stand up
you
for
know,
WWE.
Sam, I'm not a big fan of the media, but they might have a point here.
Why? You can't wear a John Cena shirt
I'm
to
just
vote?
saying, the WWE and WWF, it's been a rough place.
That is a totally separate entity from her running for office.
And
I
Travis and me, we were discussing this, and he brought up a great point. If E-Rock, if he wants to go vote, he should be allowed to wear his $1 million championship belt that he wears everywhere else anyway.
Good to see him just coming in with the dumb belt on, voting.
So what's
I'm going to vote.
So what's the ruling? You can't wear your WWE stuff. Why, though?
The ruling is that pollsters are allowed to make the call there. They're allowed to send people home. They're allowed to.
Oh, that's good.
If they're wearing WWE shirts because they say it's campaigning for Linda McMahon. and
campaigning.
You're not supposed to campaign.
Right.
Within X amount of feet of the polling booth.
Right, exactly.
Well, Vince McMahon had this to say. He's not happy.
Last Monday, we began a global initiative to stand up for WWE. I believe WWE fans, our organization, as well as our superstars, have been and continue to be discriminated against by elitist, government officials, and some members of the media. I ask you to do something about it. I ask you to stand up for WWE, and you did. But check this out. You want to talk about discriminating government officials. The Connecticut Secretary of State issued an order that if you show up at the polls wearing any WWE merchandise, whether it's a John Cena T-shirt or a Randy Orton wristband, you may not be allowed to vote.
Wristband.
Yeah.
The Connecticut Secretary of State gave the authority to local poll workers
Great.
to determine that if anyone shows up wearing WWE merchandise, you may be forced to go home and change. You may be forced to cover it up. You may be forced to take it off in order to vote.
Take it off!
Now, whether you're a Democrat, Republican, or independent, denying you your right to vote, denying you your First Amendment rights is un-American, unconstitutional, and blatantly discriminatory against you, our WWE universe. I encourage you to stand up for yourself and stand up for WWE. Thank you.
So he wants everyone to go to the polling places with fucking shirts on.
I don't think so.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a good idea.
He wasn't quite saying that because then his wife would lose votes.
How about he just shuts the fuck up and
How about
doesn't
he
ruin it
just
for his wife?
Shuts the fuck up.
It's been about him for decades. How about you let your wife have a little spotlight here?
That
Shut
is
the fuck
ridiculous,
up.
though, because it's not campaigning. It's
No.
not fucking campaigning for her.
If anything, it works against her. It's campaigning for Blumenthal.
For Democrats, it shows that you're broke.
Yeah. When Michelle Obama went into they were doing early polling for certain people. They get to vote early. And she's holding court about what her husband does and his accomplishments. And then they actually, a White House spokesperson said, oh, you know, a wife can't talk about her husband? It's like, no, not when the wife is the first lady and the husband's the fucking president, and she's fucking talking him up to voters. That is a blatant fucking violation right there. And they swept that one right under the carpet. Never heard another word about it.
But I can't wear my Randy Orton wristbands to vote.
I have to now take my Randy Orton wristbands off. Well, I'm not in Connecticut, but just to be safe, though, I'm not going to wear it.
Yeah, you
That
never know.
sucks.
Yeah.
What are you supposed to wipe the sweat off your brow with?
Exactly. What would I vote for? Oh.
Shotgun.
Shotgun. Exactly.
Let's say hi to Steve on Long Island. Steve.
Why can't they wear WWE shirts? I see something a little more sinister.
Do you?
Holy shit.
Really? Holy shit.
Steve, what's up?
What's going on, guys?
Hey, man.
I have a little theory about Brock and Undertaker.
Okay. That's why we put you on the air. Let's go.
I know, I'm tired. Let's imagine for a moment that there was something personal going on behind the scenes with the both of them.
That's you got to think that as one of the angles, sure.
And after he got his ass kicked, Undertaker was like, hey, fuck it. He utilized the moment to embarrass him a little bit by calling him out into a fight.
Yeah.
Never going to happen. And say, oh, what, pussy? You want to go? And then he just, knowing he's beaten and defeated, he's not going to do nothing. He's going to walk away. And then the guy goes, oh, what was that about? And he's like, no, don't worry about it. It's personal.
Yeah. I think he might have used the situation.
But there is no behind the scenes. They work in two different scenes.
I know.
Yeah.
They don't hang out.
You never know.
Maybe in the old days, there's something
But
still.
But then he said that Brock Lesnar needs to train better or whatever.
Yeah. Train a little harder.
A little harder. I don't know if Brock wanted to hear that or have someone say that on his behalf.
Wrestlers
so that's got to piss you off a little bit.
Experienced wrestlers are good at
yeah, but Brock really takes the MMA thing very seriously. So.
Oh, that's good. Are you going to be able to wear Ultimate Warrior face paint to vote? Do you think?
Well, that's
that would
not
be?
technically merchandise, so I would think that should be okay.
You should be able to wear Ultimate Warrior face paint.
Yeah, or dress up like Goldust,
The
paint up
Warrior
your face.
is voting.
Punching out.
Warrior.
All right, thanks for the theory,
votes.
man.
And to the first caller who said that I mentioned on Twitter that Undertaker was upset about losing to Brock Lesnar in Hell in a Cell. I was kidding. Just a little joke.
Shut up.
You didn't say that?
No, I said it, but it was a joke. Like,
What if you fall into the polling place as Shockmaster?
If you have
What if you trip
bedazzled
through the door?
stormtrooper helmet on?
Just crash through the wall.
Yeah, you crash to the wall. Can you then
Shockmaster.
vote, or will you be turned away?
Well, technically, Shockmaster is WCW, so I think that's WCW,
Is that okay?
Merc. That's okay.
Oh,
I
okay.
think.
All right. I'm just there's a few instances that I just want to get clear
Right.
for the people of Connecticut, so that they can vote.
You know what? WCW or other wrestling stuff might be allowed. It's not WWE.
Yeah.
Then what are they going to do?
Yeah, they can't tell you
They'll
to
kick
take
you
it
out
off.
because they don't know the difference.
Yeah, they just see
And
wrestling.
then you'll try to explain
Then you have
yourself.
lawsuits, though.
And then they'll be...
Oh, yeah. That'd be
And
all
you have
kinds of-
lawsuits.
It'd be in court,
That's
definitely.
a joke. Who gives a fuck?
fucking
Vince
joke.
should shut the fuck up, though. Let his wife try to win this thing.
What if,
that race is getting a lot closer, too, huh?
Yeah.
Is she ahead or behind?
She's behind,
still
but only by a
a few
little
points.
bit.
They're showing the penis weather thing.
That thing is hilarious, man.
What is that afternoon storm?
Actually showing that on...
That's pretty
TV.
good. It's going around the internet over the weekend. A weather guy, and he's showing where the storm is, and it's in the perfect shape of the penis. And then the border of Mexico and Texas makes it look like the fucking cockhead.
Yeah, it's a cock. What if you vote, right? And you're in the booth, the curtain's closed, and you go, woo! After the vote.
They'll go, shit!
They'll be like, ah, damn it, he got through.
Or if you bust through the curtains like it's an entranceway and play some
Yeah, and music
Triple H
stuff.
music on your phone.
You got a little Triple H music, you play it, you come through the curtain.
Or you're in there, you vote, and then you quickly put a Hulkamania bandana on, and you come out and say, look at me!
And you rip your shirt off.
Yeah.
Like you vote, and then you pull the curtain away, and then pyro goes off, and you walk it.
Yeah. A little pyrotechnic.
That's allowed.
It'd be great.
It's after you vote, and it's really sticking it to them.
That's a way to screw them.
That's what the WWE universe should do.
That's how you stand up for WWE.
Yeah, I'm standing up for
Vince said.
WWE.
Yep.
Well, maybe
Do
after
it.
you vote wrestling with everybody, look a big wrestling
Oh,
match.
Chip, that would be crazy.
Yeah.
All right, we should take a break. Thank you, Sam. Are we going to finally do John and Jeff?
I hope so.
Boy, we sure didn't get to him.
Why don't we try to do John and Jeff after the break?
Yeah, let's do that.
And we'll talk a little football.
Football?
Yeah.
Undertaker was buried alive.
Jets and Giants were both off. Who cares?
Jimmy's fucking team's in deep shit.
They're finished.
They're
I think
finished
they're
for the
terribly
year
coached
already.
I think they're terribly coached. All those penalties, that Wade, I think they're terrible.
They lose tonight, forget
They're
it.
done anyway. Wade Phillips is terrible.
Yeah, I guess you're right. But officially, they would be done if they lose
They
tonight.
1-4. Fuck them. I don't like Roma though. I never liked Roma. I think he's a choke artist. I don't think he'll ever win a fucking big game or have a great. He'll win the fucking in the middle of the season. He'll win 37-10. Another great games,
and then lose every other game
but
where
that
it matters.
twat can't hold a fucking a field goal. He can't fucking get the big pass when he needs it. I can't stand him.
And we should talk World Series, too, after the break. And
Yeah, we're the only ones who will. No one cares about
Oh,
Texas,
what?
San
I
Francisco.
know.
No kidding. That's what we were saying before the show, except for the people living in those.
Giants, I'd like to see Giants Yankees would have been a cool one to watch.
Well, you needed A-Rod to produce for that to happen.
Fucking cocksucker.
He should be forced to give his fucking money back.
Or some of it, yeah.
He stinks.
He does.
The only time he was good in the postseason was last year, right?
Last year. That was
But
it.
when you pay a guy that much money, you need him to be good in every single fucking postseason.
Yep. Pick the team up when they're not doing well. He blows.
What did he? What?
They did nothing.
Did absolutely nothing, right?
Really.
Only
No.
a couple of ribbies.
The one during a rally, I think he started the rally. Yeah, but he was horrendous.
Yeah. All right, we'll talk more about that and other things.
The Virus, Sirius XM. This is the Opie and Anthony Show.
Anyone else see Rich Voss on TMZ on Friday night?
I missed that.
We got to get the audio.
Why was he on?
I don't know. The cameras caught him leaving a pizza shop because Rich Voss is a big star.
Big star.
Him and Bonnie leaving, I think, a pizza joint. I didn't yet. I've just heard about it. I saw it on the screen while I was doing wedding stuff. And I'm like, that's fucking Rich Voss on
TMZ, the moronic Zionist.
I guess it was a slow day for celebrities. And then Bonnie just beat the shit out of him on TMZ.
That's funny.
Just beat the crap out of him. We'll have the audio in a few minutes in case you missed it.
For Voss to be on TMZ, they should catch him coming out of a library.
Oh, you got it? Danny might have it right over here. Doom, doom, boom, 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 boom.
It just takes forever.
Of
commercial
course.
first. You gotta get the
Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Oh, fuck.
Grand Cherokee.
They're going to ruin the internet.
Yes.
Enough with the commercials before every video now, it seems.
Here it is.
How's it going? How you doing, man? Rich Voss, he's a comedian. He's in New York. He's coming out of Familia Pizzeria. He's there with his wife, Bonnie McFarlane, who's also a comedian. And she's very pretty, you know, he's kind of goofy looking dude.
Look how hot she is, isn't she?
She's very hot, dude. And then we say,
Male comics must go crazy for you, but the problem is you got a husband, obviously, right? Well, Rich Voss, she got to the V's, and I got lucky. She got to the V's, get it?
Yeah, you're saying I'm a whore on television.
and then we say,
I don't want to say she's out of your league, but Rich, come on.
But I have flaws. I have a really little vagina.
That's not a flaw.
Oh my God. That's all I got. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. I will. I definitely will. Thank you so much, guys.
Harvey Levin. Good for Rich and Bonnie, but just when they pant, first of all, he looks like an AIDS patient now. I love how skinny he is. I hope whatever it is, it's fucking eating at him.
Not a big fan of Harvey Levin.
I have no respect for him. I think he's predatorial.
Yeah, we kind of called him out on that, and
I think he's despicable.
He tried to say he wasn't one of those guys. That he's trying to do something a little different with his show.
He's despicable
than the rest of the paparazzi
with his
people.
Dumb cup.
I hate that he's sitting behind a wall just laughing like it's a good-natured company meeting.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, but then they talk about stuff that is happening on TMZ, and then he walks and writes it on the board like we have to talk about that. But they just talked about it. It doesn't make any sense how they set up the whole show. Oh, he's like, oh, that's a good one. We've got to make sure we talk about that.
You just did.
But you just did. So there's no reason to write it on your stupid board with your sippy cup.
Yeah, why are they having that meeting when it's
that's the show?
It's just more fucking faggot tattletale mentality.
Like, I don't mind that they're sitting around cubicles, like, shooting the shit and trashing people, but then to turn around and put it on a board like, oh, that's good.
Oh, yeah, that's good for the show.
That don't make
wait.
sense.
We're on the show.
Right. Not a fan of Harvey.
I hate all those paparazzi. Because, again, I understand there's a hunger for it, but I really believe that Princess Diana was killed because they were trying to get away from paparazzi. And again, maybe her driver
Well,
was...
you believe that one.
The driver probably shouldn't have had a few cocktails.
You're right, absolutely. But I think that you should just be able to shoot at them. That's my opinion. I would love
That'd be nice,
for a
right?
celebrity bodyguard to be able to do that.
Yeah, they're shooting at you. You might as well be able to shoot back, right?
I just have such a loathing for
And
them.
then you punch one of those guys in the face, and then you're in trouble.
And they cry and sue like
Now
little
they sue
bitches.
you, you have to settle. You give
even
them a
though
bunch
they're
of money.
even though they're in your way. as
That's
you're
why I
trying
love
to go
Sean
about your
Penn.
life.
He really is an animal with those guys. He fucking
He doesn't give a
hates
shit,
them.
yeah.
No, he's got enough money. He'll just give them some money.
Yeah.
He throws their camera down, spits, throws $3 on the ground.
Yeah. Goddamn TMZ don't respect nothing. Just trying to go to a wedding.
Fucking Sonny handled it. That's how you got to handle it, like Sonny.
But he did exactly what the Don wouldn't have wanted.
Yes.
He breaks the camera, throws hundreds.
Santino.
I thought I'm a bad Don. Rest in peace.
Sonny's a hothead.
I've been obsessed with Marlon Brando for a while. Like, I'm watching interviews and clips. He's just the greatest cocksucker ever. And I was watching clips of him do Shakespeare.
Really?
Fucking Brando was amazing, man.
Really?
It's like
Good.
Shakespeare does nothing for me, but I watch him delivering Shakespeare with emotion. Like, wow, did he get it? He
Really?
He was doing some Mark Antony speech. I guess Brutus had died or whatever it was. And
Brutus.
But I'm just like, I couldn't stop watching it. I'm like, he really was not an overrated actor.
Oh, just a great actor.
And then I was watching Humphrey Bogart in fucking whatever he was in. And you're just like, God, what a difference between those old school guys.
African Queen?
No, it was Casablanca.
Casablanca?
Ah, see, I miss you, kid. Oh, shut up.
That's just how they acted
sure.
back then.
Oh, it stinks.
They didn't know any better.
I know I stink. They didn't know they stunk.
Yeah.
Ah, see, kid. Shut up.
They just had to be over the top back then, for whatever reason.
Yeah, there was a transitional period where it was like the old actors, they could do anything. They could just stand there. Ah, yes, my dear. Why don't we go to dinner? It's just horrible acting. And then some people like started understanding what it was like to make it more realistic.
But they had a thing. I was reading
They had
something.
no desire to make it realistic.
No.
Just to go with your point. And
Back
then
then,
what was the
no.
movie that all of a sudden that turned the
I don't
whole
know.
movie industry where they're saying, no, let's start getting realistic roles in movies out there.
I think
Sorry,
Brando
Jimmy,
was
to
a
interrupt.
big,
No, it's okay.
big part of turning things around as far as people's acting goes. Because I can't even think
On the
before
waterfront?
that who was really good.
Maybe, yeah.
Like, what actors were good? I mean, you could watch an entertaining movie with, like, Cary Grant.
Mm-hmm.
But is Cary Grant really realistic? No, he's not.
It was a movement. It's like alternative comedy at one point. Like, it was like a movement that kind of, I think, just started. And I was reading something where Bogart said, like, he kind of resented the younger guys like Brando because they were shitting on the older guys. And he was like, I came out to Hollywood with one suit, and I was a bum. He shows up with one sweatshirt, and they fall all over him. It was something like that.
Wow.
But it's like when you watch it now in hindsight, it's like, 50 years removed. The fucking Brando and those guys were just so much better.
Yeah.
The time was right for a change out
Yeah.
there.
Paul Newman was good.
Yes.
I think Paul Newman was good back then.
Yeah, but they were already doing realistic stuff when
Yeah,
he came
yeah,
around.
that's-
Like, who was the
that's
guy
true.
that kind of started that movement?
Brando, James
You got to
Dean- oh,
think
James was
maybe
later.
maybe it was Brando. Maybe he was the guy that changed that whole thing around.
Yeah, there's a couple other guys that were mentioned, too, as part of that.
Who, though?
That's fucking Streetcar Named Desire.
Stella.
Rape.
It's stupid Stella.
You think Stella's still hot?
No.
Oh, Ralph. This looks like the honeymooners. Look at that whore.
Oh, yeah, she was a real Jezebel.
Kind of looks like a man, though, from that angle. Little man.
Oh, she's
right
awful.
there, right?
It was sweaty back then.
Oh, yeah, there was no
Like the
AC.
city, it's sweaty.
Oh, it was just sweaty.
Just coming down the stairs to Brando.
Yeah.
Suck his cock.
A young, muscular Stanley Kowalski.
He'd rather have another man.
Back then, he just got bored of pussy. Stuck his
that
dick
it?
in everything. Hey, give me the Mighty Mouse guy's cock. I'll suck that for a few
Yeah.
minutes.
I think it was Underdog.
It was.
Oh, Underdog.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was
yeah.
Underdog.
Whatever, some cartoon cock.
Yeah.
He was just great. This is not a good scene to play on the radio.
What happened, though? He just really enjoyed food.
You could see his hair, though. You could see his hair, like, even in the one I was watching where he was doing the Mark Anthony speech. I think it was Mark Anthony.
Believe me, baby.
his hair, you could see he was losing his hair early.
Yeah, and then got all fat.
I don't know when he loved food. I'm going to guess it was after Last Tango in Paris in like 72. He put some weight on. And
Yeah, it was all the calories from the butter up his ass.
That started it.
Cholesterol directly into your rectum.
He was so crazy. Acting's a worthless profession. He didn't give a fuck.
No.
Was Orson Welles one of those names, Jimmy? Because he might have been in the movement to get more real shit out there.
I think as a director, he probably changed it more because the way he directed
He was a little over the top as an actor. He was a little weird.
But I think the directing was the amazing part.
Serve no wine before it's time.
I don't know if he was a method actor, though. What do you think? I don't know. I think he was before that. I could be wrong, though. Someone who really knows film history better than I do might know.
That's a good question for
But I've been on
somebody out
YouTube watching this stuff, and it's like, fuck, man. I never liked Shakespeare. I think it stinks.
Yeah.
It's unwatchable.
Yeah.
Oh, who the half? Shut up.
What? I don't understand
What
what
do you
you're
mean?
saying.
I don't get it.
There's a commercial on now for that goddamn. What is that one with Lerner Associates with "Take a Tip from Poppy"? That guy.
Who's that?
He's just some guy. David Lerner. I'll teach you all you need to know about Poppy bonds and buying stock in the stock. He just sounds like an over-the-top Jewish guy.
Oh.
And then now there's one where he goes, I recently saw Shakespeare. And then he starts quoting it with this echo in the background and tries to be all dramatic.
Oh. Can we
out, candle. Out. And it's like it's done with this horrid, over-the-top, you sound too Jewish to be doing this dialect. It's so bad. I'm David Lerner. I recently saw Shakespeare.
I
you got it.
I know David Lerner, but I haven't heard that one yet.
I think it's just like it's got to be a local radio spot.
I don't know how national David Lerner is or anything for his
the accent is
stock
terrific.
and everything. But it's so bad because they try to put like a stage echo on it, like he's actually acting, and it's horrible. Take a tip from Poppy.
A lot of people saying On the Waterfront.
Yeah.
Kind of changed a lot of things, like the Beatles changed music.
And everybody,
a few people are coming in with that one.
And the Rod Steiger, like how much Brando hated him story. Jay Moore turned me on to that. And then whenever I watched that scene of those guys in the car, I Could Have Been a Contender, which is the most famous scene.
Amazing.
You can see Rod Steiger is just delivering dialogue weird. Like, before you get to 1420 Front Street, whatever the street was. And then Brando's just like, collapsing in himself.
Oh, you know who was fucking amazing in dramatic roles? Goddamn Gleason. Fucking Gleason was great.
What did he do? He did Geely or something? Or he played the weird clown or sad retarded guy or some
really
shit?
talk, and it was kind of retarded or something. And then what was that the
fucking Hustler?
The Hustler.
The Hustler was great.
Hustler was great. He was really good in that.
He actually got the real fucking pool player to change his name. He was Minnesota Fats. I think the real pool player was like New York Fats or something.
Yeah.
And then he
got
just
him to change it.
And he did most of his own shots in that movie.
Yeah.
Knew how to play pool.
Oh, he was great.
Yeah.
Play a little pool there, Ralphie boy.
All right. Moving on to a few other things. Brett Favre.
Brett Favre.
Another bad game for him yesterday.
Did they lose?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Packers beat the Vikings 28-24.
Ah, they must have loved that.
3 interceptions for Favre.
Whoops.
And he's admitting to leaving the voicemails, but he's not admitting to the cockpicks.
Stop.
Saying
It's
the
his
cockpicks are
awful-headed
not-
cock.
It's his dumb wee-wee.
Well, he's trying to protect his record.
Yeah.
Because if they suspend him, then his record is done.
But if he can hold off till the end of the year,
Right.
talking about it, like
And then he can retire without ever fucking up his record.
What they're gonna look as much as Favre annoys me. Who cares if he sent his dick to some dummy? Who fucking cares?
Yeah, what does that matter?
Keep her and her big tits away from the players. They should all send their dicks to her. Guess whose cock it is, bitch?
And what does she want out of this?
I don't know.
More exposure? She wasn't hurt by the cockpicks. I hope they don't go down that dumb road.
I don't know.
Please.
Yeah, she seems like the type that likes the limelight.
She likes the limelight, so she might be taking advantage in that way.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
But is she looking for a payday because she was hurt or something by the cockpicks?
Didn't she not come out? Didn't somebody else say it?
I don't know.
I should know the facts more. I don't even
I know. We do a radio
she
show. Maybe
loves
we
the,
should.
She loves the dick pictures.
You think she loves
Come
the dick
on.
pictures?
I think so.
In other football news, there's a million of these stories. Now we got a blind kid. What have we had so
Oh,
far?
no.
Wheelchair kid, Down syndrome kid,
Yeah.
all work here.
scoring touchdowns
Yeah.
just to make everyone feel good. Feel good stories.
It's a feel-good story.
Well, now we got a blind kid who does high school football play-by-play.
Oh no!
All right. I don't know.
Every play is like this. Apparently something happened. Someone is either running or catching the ball. Whistle. It's not happening anymore.
A, why would they allow it? B, how does he do it?
How does he do it?
They don't need a window for him.
Does he wear an earphone and somebody tells him the play?
Or maybe
and
he's legally blind, but he could kind of see shit.
a blur. There's a blur on the field.
There's a big square.
I think a blur is being hurled to another blur.
Yes. Oh my God! The score is now
Is this the story?
Yeah, I got the audio over here too.
Brian, let me start with you. What made you decide you wanted to be a sports announcer?
Well, over the years, as I got older, I've always been fascinated with that kind of...
At least he's well spoken.
Yeah,
Talking
exactly.
to a Klieg light.
If you're gonna be a broadcaster for a football game, you kind of have to speak well.
Yeah.
Forced to listen to that game. You should call it Cowboy games.
What's up with all the feel-good stories lately? It's a little
we
weird.
gotta feel good.
Are we supposed to be mad at this one, Jimmy, or no?
This is called Incredible Story of Inspiration.
No. It's not an inspiration.
No, it's not.
You're just giving a kid a chance to do this.
Sports is...
He doesn't have any skills at it.
I've always been fascinated with that kind of thing, doing... just listening.
Jesus, you're not deaf. You're blind.
He's pretty bad.
Oh, he's awful.
Well, he's been fascinated with that sort of thing.
What sort of thing is that? Fucking knees that don't have big bruises on them? From pumping at coffee tables, get it? I've always been fascinated by things like that. What?
Thanks.
Glasses that have a purpose? As opposed to yours, which you hold M&Ms in?
Just listening to all of different people, voicing their opinions and saying what they want to say.
Not an opinion.
John, how does this work? You're actually sitting beside him, and because this was the question everyone was asking the other day. We said you guys were coming on the show. Everyone wanted to know, how does this work? How does he pull this off?
Well, I kneel beside him, and basically we have a few hand signals to when it's an exciting player.
Oh, really? You jerk his cock when
Yeah.
it's a running play?
He kneels beside him.
Yeah.
And they have a few hand signals when it's an exciting play.
Sure you do.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah,
No.
you give them a little jiggle, that means face down. If you tug it in your mouth, that means interception.
You're hoping for a lot of interceptions.
Oh, there are a lot more. Sometimes one on the field didn't even happen, but he calls it.
To when it's an exciting play or just a regular play, and I do the spotting and kind of read to him who the offensive player was, who the defensive player was, the names, the numbers, and then let him put it in his own voice and his own words.
So the other
just
guys
like a
call
spotter would do for anybody doing a regular football production.
Do they have guys that do that in real life?
Oh, yeah. There's other guys helping them out, helping the announcers out.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
But
That's got a problem.
I mean, the announcers could see most of the shit themselves. This is really weird.
He needs those glasses.
And-
He's
yeah.
a blind guy that needs the glasses.
So he doesn't freak everyone else
Yeah,
out.
because he's freaking everyone out.
Mm-hmm.
His eyes are all over the place. He looks like a young Imus in his facial expressions.
Should we let the kid do this, Jimmy?
It's high school football?
Mm-hmm.
Why not? Who cares? It's an unimportant... Whatever.
Let him do it.
I don't care.
Who cares?
All right, Brian, so how nervous were you? You're about to call your first game without having
He's got a
seen
bright look on his face.
that game or any game therefore. How nervous were you about to call this game with all your friends and your peers and the students there?
Dude, I wasn't nervous at all, yo. Are you kidding me? I wasn't nervous at all.
Wow.
You are
kidding
a
me?
rock.
Yes.
Like his
He truly
eyeballs.
wasn't nervous. He
Might
did
as
a
well
fantastic
be.
job.
Me and my
It was
dog
fun.
both
It's
shit.
just, an honor to have him there. He does a great job.
Yeah, John, what is the feeling in the booth there, being able to sit next to Brian and be able to do this? It's got to feel incredible.
It is. It's it's a very humbling experience, and
I humble you with camel clutch.
I think the best
Fuck
part
you
of the
in the
story
ass.
is never give up your dreams. Never give up. Follow your dreams, and good things will happen. And it's been a tremendous experience for me, and I think for the whole Low Catholic program.
Oh, it's Catholic
more
program.
politics.
Oh boy.
I don't know if I feel that. I don't really care.
Oh, well, listen to this.
Before we go, Brian, what's your dream job?
Air
My
traffic
dream job
controller.
is to be a broadcaster for the Celtics. I've always wanted to be. I mean, I usually play like Xbox. I listen to announcers like Kevin Harlan, Kenny Smith, Clark Kellogg.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
With X's over his eyes, box.
Tommy Heinsohn of the Celtics better look out.
Yeah, should he look out, really?
Yeah, look out.
Watch out for the blind kid that can't speak properly. Yeah, watch out. And how does he play Xbox?
I know.
Poorly.
We do have our own blind intern.
Yeah, we
Blind
do.
Stevie?
That's true.
We should see how well he does trying to commentate a game.
Wow.
Oh,
good idea.
God,
That's
yeah.
not a bad idea. You got to just
Gotta
one
find a
play.
play
Just
and
get a game or a clip of a game, and
Yep.
Well, that's a great idea, man.
See how he does it from distance.
We need a play that everyone knows.
How about the maybe the Franco Harris, the Immaculate Reception, or
That's what I'm thinking. So everyone knows the
or
fucking
Dwight
play.
Clark's The Catch.
The catch.
Okay, let's. Oh, I like this because we do have our own blind kid. He's not blind, but he's up there.
Or we could tell people whatever the play is.
I like
beforehand.
it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like The Catch is a good one. What's a good running play? We'll figure it out.
I like the catch. I like the Franco Harris thing.
Okay.
We could start there.
No, Dwight Clark, the Niners, The Catch.
But I mean the Franco.
The Immaculate Reception,
off
yeah.
the fucking heel.
Didn't they say it actually did hit the ground too, or is that actually was
They've
a
been
catch?
discussing that play for fucking 40 years at this point.
What
Let it go.
What's the upshot? What's like the common belief though?
I don't think it hit the ground.
Oh, it actually was a catch.
Yeah, I think it was a catch. You want to start with that, Danny? Is he around?
he's out on a run, but he should be back.
8 hours.
Should be
All right.
back.
Exactly.
End of the show.
He's right now bringing.
Oh, here he is running down the hall. That's smart.
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Right into the
Oh,
window.
please,
like a
right into the
bird.
window.
Fucking bird in the side of a building. I'd love to see it.
Can you find that play, Danny? So we're
Yeah,
gonna
which
go with
one are we doing? The
Franco
Immaculate-
Harris one.
Franco
Yeah.
Harris?
Yeah. Everyone knows that.
You want a Pop Tart? He brings you back a fucking a manhole cover. You dolt.
Famous fucking plays. If you have a suggestion, maybe on the old Pal Talk or something, help us out. Oh, this is perfect. Okay, where's Steve?
Raiders, Steelers.
Especially because of the
Stevie,
reduced,
get in here, you fuck.
reduced video quality.
Oh, yeah. It's a little harder to... All right, grab a mic, you dolt.
Hi, Stevie. It's been a while.
Hey, what's going on?
What's going on with you, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, we just did a story, blind kid calling a football game, and
Oh, God.
Danny says, you know what? We got our own blind kid. That's you, Stevie.
Yes.
So we want to see how you would call a football play.
Oh, God.
You see the screen in front of you, sort of?
Yeah, sort of.
All we want you to do is to explain what's going on in this play, okay?
All right.
All right, you ready? You can get as close as you want to the screen, too. I don't care.
Okay, cool.
Really?
That.
Count him down or something?
All right, ready? And what do you see so far? We haven't even started the video.
Is the play start already, or did they? No, I mean, are they starting? They hiked the ball already?
Starting to hike the ball already.
I haven't pushed play yet.
We haven't pushed play
Okay,
yet.
well, I want to know where it's starting from. So
No,
I,
it's, I don't. I don't.
It's
think
starting. What do you mean? You're supposed
Yeah,
to.
they hiked the ball already.
Okay, all right,
Yeah.
All right,
Thank
you
you.
ready?
All right.
All right, go ahead, Danny.
All right. And he drops back, dodges a tackle, quarterback throw is up, off a helmet, and it's taken by Franco Harris. He's down, and it's in for a touchdown.
Perfect.
Sweating.
That bit worked out well.
He called it perfectly, didn't he, Jimmy?
Yeah, because you even knew the player.
I guess you know that play,
Yeah, I don't really follow football, but I know the.
but he knows that play.
He knows that play.
I guess we're stupid.
We picked the one play he knew.
I figured we would just throw on some random random
I know.
basketball game and just
I
let
picked
him.
one that anybody could have done.
Yeah. That was exciting.
Do you know the Dwight Clark one?
He did sound retarded.
Is that the catch?
Okay.
What do you mean you don't know football?
Well, I know all the good, because I'm a sports guy. I know all the big moments,
you're
but
a
I mean,
sports guy.
Oh, you're a sports guy.
He's
Somewhat.
obviously a jock.
Yeah.
No, I'm not a jock. I just I know.
Oh, literal Stevie.
Really?
You're a big police fan?
Yeah.
What's your favorite police song?
Oh God, I like So Lonely.
You are lonely.
You know, not because of that.
Oh my God.
Let's see. Yeah, I know there's a song. I just can't think of the name of it.
Thank.
Someone will get it.
Yeah, I know there's one. I can't remember the name of it though.
Can't think of any.
Yeah. Isn't there one with eyes or C or something like that?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think there was.
You all right, Stevie?
Yeah.
How was your weekend, Stevie?
It's good. How was yours?
Great. What'd you do?
I hung out. Did watch some TV.
Did watch some TV.
Uh-huh.
He did watch some TV.
Okay.
Watched the Yankees lose.
Oh, are you a Yankees fan?
No, I'm a Mets fan.
You're a Mets fan?
But I mean, I think I feel good for Texas though, because they never been to the series. So
yeah.
Stevie.
Hey, what's going on?
Oh, how about instead of invisible sun, invisible everything?
There you go.
I heard you come in this time, Kenny. So I mean, you didn't really scare me.
Message in a bottle thick glasses. I don't know.
So what was the Yankees' problem there, Stevie? You're a sports
Yeah.
guy. We'll give you a chance here.
Did you see anything?
Well, I watched. I mean,
Good one.
they were outpitched. I felt that Texas had a little more depth, and I mean
Perception.
I mean, they had a lot of guys who really came through. I think the Yankees really just couldn't put it together, and Texas has destiny on their side. I think so.
Destiny.
Well, I mean, yeah, they beat the Yankees, so
It's happened before.
something. Yeah, but I mean,
A-Rod sucks.
Yeah.
A-Rod does
He's
suck.
terrible in the clutch.
Oh my God! If you're a Yankees fan, you gotta fucking hate A-Rod. You just gotta.
They
gotta hate him.
They did just completely outplay the Yankees. You couldn't blame it on anything.
No.
Except the fact that they completely outplayed them.
Mhm.
That's it. Oh well.
Who wins the World Series now?
Don't
Texas?
know. Don't know enough about.
Gotta go Texas, right?
Giants. Don't know enough about.
You don't care enough to.
And I don't.
pick
I
a
just.
winner?
I so don't give a shit. Boy, I'll tell you, Cablevision is fucking lucky the Yankees didn't win. Because
Wait, people are still not getting those channels?
Yeah.
Still?
They haven't even spoken. Fox and Cablevision have not had a meeting or spoken since like Thursday.
Fox is encouraging people to get converters and watch their show for free.
Yeah. And the FCC is getting involved now. And
This
by
could be great
by
for
the
us.
end of today, if they haven't spoken, they're going to investigate if they have agreed to speak in good faith and just, try to protect the consumer.
What fucking asshole's not even talking?
I know.
Yeah, but this could break up the cable companies a little bit. They're
already
raping
has.
us.
It already has. The cable companies are broken up.
If you're still paying over
Verizon.
$100 a month for cable, they still are taking advantage of us.
You could leave Cablevision though now, which is great.
Right.
You don't have to sit there.
You
and
got
go,
options.
Oh,
You know how many people are going to go to fucking Fios
I know.
because of this shit?
Oh yeah, that's what made me switch. Was the time they cut ABC off, and I didn't even give a shit. But it was just the principle of the whole thing. And a lot of people saying this is completely Fox's fault.
Really?
Completely Fox's fault. I don't care. I don't give a shit. I pay for a service. I want that service. And if they can't figure out some way to deliver Fox over their cable network, then fuck them. I'm leaving your system. That's what I did. Goodbye.
See ya. Let me say hi to Bill in Texas. He's not happy with us. Bill, what's wrong, buddy?
Oh, Bill.
Well, I gotta start by saying I know this is gonna sound corny, but I don't give a shit. I fucking love all three of you guys. I have to listen to you every day. But anyways,
sweet.
I hate to be this guy. All right, why is it that every year? I mean, what was it last year or 2 years ago when the Tampa Bay Rays went to the World Series? If it's not the Northeast teams going to the World Series, you guys say that nobody's gonna watch, and who gives a shit?
Yeah, it's true.
It's Texas's turn. Come on, give us a chance.
Well, I think Major League Baseball is bummed that the Yankees or Phillies are not in the World Series.
Yeah.
Those are huge baseball markets. Sure, Texas is a big market.
Yeah, you guys
But
have
it doesn't
fun.
seem like the rest of the country grabs onto the Rangers when their team's not in it.
And a team like the Yankees, people will watch to root against. Like, you have to think, to Cowboys, too, like, there's certain teams that even if you don't care about either team, you'll watch just to watch that team get their ass kicked. The Yankees are a team people will watch just to hope they lose.
Yeah, when Tampa Bay was in the World Series, who cared except for people that live in that area? I can't make the same argument with Texas. I'm sure that there's more fans spread out past Texas, but when you talk about Tampa Bay, really? Yeah. There's a ton of people in the New York area that care that Tampa Bay's in the World Series?
Yeah, Tampa Bay doesn't even care.
Although the Giants is a big city, too. I mean, San Francisco.
Yeah.
So maybe it's just us this time. I don't know what to tell you.
Big baseball city, though, San Fran.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like it. They got a lot of history yet.
Mad Dog must be happy.
He's got to be out of his mind. That's right. We should get Mad Dog on the air.
Mad Dog loves
the Giants.
Favorite team?
I'm fun.
I don't know what to do with this, Bill. I don't know.
Well,
I don't really. I never followed the Texas Rangers.
No.
Giants a little bit because they're.
If it's not the Northeast teams, you guys always
exactly. It's not just us guys. It's fucking advertisers. It's the networks. They see it in the ratings.
All right.
It just doesn't seem to be as big a hoopla as when the Yankees are in it or the Red Sox are in it. Yeah, Phillies.
Yankees Giants would have been kind of cool, huh?
Yeah, it would have been good.
That would have been a good series.
That fucking back and forth flying though.
Well, that would have been amazing.
Kills them.
So.
Yeah, it would have been a cool one to watch, the Giants-Yankees. I would have been very interested in that.
Yeah, so would I.
All right. I love you, Jimmy. Bye.
Thank you, mister, as you should.
All right, Bill.
I'm not wearing my Yankee hat either.
I saw that.
It's
you switched
retired.
hats.
It's retired for the rest of the year till baseball season.
Exactly. Leave it in the fucking closet.
Why am I going to?
That's what I do. They don't win, I don't wear it.
It's silly to wear it now. It's silly.
It's still baseball.
No, it's not Yankee baseball.
You know what the appeal for the World Series is to me? It's that two teams have never won the World Series before.
Yeah.
And so you're going to see one team, like the Giants won back when they were in New York, but they haven't won since they were in San Francisco. So you're going to see, one team that's never won it before.
So that's a good story.
The Giants, I'd love to see win it.
Yeah, I would like to see the Giants over
the Giants wear the pennant.
Rangers.
The Giants wear the pennant. The Giants wear the pennant.
Love that guy.
That was, don't you hate guys that just tell you things everybody knows? That was after a little home run.
Yes, that.
And they give you Bobby Chip Thompson.
Let's say hi to Sean in Georgia. Sure.
Will you assholes do Jocktober?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, do we keep cheesing this one?
Sorry.
Right after the break, we'll do Jocktober with John and Jeff.
Opie and Anthony Show on the Virus. Sirius XM.
I say we do Jocktober. This is the last week of Jocktober for this year. That went really, really fast.
It flew.
As Sam runs down the hall, really quickly, after 31 years, I can't believe this is happening here. Sony is discontinuing the cassette tape Walkman.
How?
Who the fuck is still buying that?
Who knew they were still making them?
I had no idea.
I bought one a while ago, but I wanted to hear my cassette tapes and try to put them on the computer, but it was purely because I had to do it.
That's crazy.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
There are plenty of.
Every time I saw one, which was very rare, you just assumed there was someone's old cassette Walkman.
Last time I saw that, Darth Vader had come down from the planet Vulcan and was using it to melt.
George McFly's brain?
Yes, George McFly's brain.
Jocktober, Sam. Who are we featuring?
Mystery
today?
show.
Oh, it's a mystery show today? That's good. That means you're behind. We're behind on Jocktober. So can we do two today?
If you really wanted to.
Do you have one standing by or no?
I would have one.
In a can.
If you said you wanted to do two, we would do two.
We might just do two because we haven't done one in a while now.
All right. Well,
here's the mystery show, Anthony. To start off today's Jocktober, we don't need the fucking intro.
Oh, why not?
Let's just get right into it.
The John and Jeff Show.
John and Jeff Show.
We're two guys who think there is no excuse for poor neighborhoods being dirty. We're two guys who think any band that comes back after a farewell tour should be sued. We're two guys who think parole boards should be eliminated. We're two guys who think children's beauty pageants are comfort food for perverts.
The John and Jeff Show. The John and Jeff Show.
We're two guys that would have never taken a risk in our professional lives.
We're on AM station somewhere in
Yeah.
East Bumfuck.
They're broadcast out of L.A.
Are they?
Really? Are they on
West
L.A.?
I'm pretty sure.
Are they on in L.A.?
I think so.
Yeah.
They're third shifters.
Oh, yeah, they're on at like 3 in the morning.
Oh, yes.
That's nice.
Oh, they're not even on at midnight?
I think they're on all night.
All night long.
They just play them over and over.
Yeah. Nobody's listening. Nobody can
No one
tell.
cares.
We're two guys who believe that if you put bread in the toaster, it comes out toasty.
Wow. It's crazy.
It really is.
Now you're talking crazy.
John and Jeff desperately try to start a topic, no bits of information or conversation that is humorous or interesting.
Wow.
This is John and Jeff's thing. Like, they don't do those two guys promos anymore, but what they still do and what I've always enjoyed most about them are the subtleties, which is they have all this airtime and they just stretch everything. Everything is just filler. Just
Sam, shut up. We're
Yeah, wait
talking
a
about
minute.
John and Jeff.
John and Jeff?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
What about John and Jeff?
no, John and Jeff.
We had a- we had a blind
See?
kid.
See what I did?
We had a blind kid reading off a computer. You got it
Perfectly. Right.
No, the Opie
So who are we
Anthony
to
show
talk?
are just topic after topic after topic, boom, boom, boom. I mean, this is a great show. John and Jeff, not as much.
All right.
All right, according to the U.S. Census, there's been a sharp increase in the number of unmarried people living together. How big of an increase? Well, within a year, it's increased by 13%. And I got a feeling it has a lot to do with people trying to consolidate their bills. If two people are dating and they both are paying rent, someone is going to come up with the idea of, well, why don't we move in together and save some money? And apparently that seems to be very popular right now. So more Americans who are unmarried are living together than ever before. And some people are saying it's the economy, or maybe some people need that as the...
I see the filler part. This should have been 5 seconds.
You do the story and then you
I see
start
the filler
repeating
part
it
now.
over and over.
It's endless.
Yeah. Monotonous.
Wow. I thought it was done and, let's go to the phones or something.
There are no. That's the problem. There are no phone calls. So the part of the radio show that you kind of just repeat the topic to try to get people to call in, that's the whole show.
Yeah.
But more people than ever before. That's been happening for well over 20 years. This is not a new story.
Even the story at its root has problems.
Sure. We're two guys who pray that our computers never get confiscated.
Yeah.
Kevin from Connecticut.
Or maybe some people need that as the excuse to do this. I know many families have very strict rules about moving in before getting married and so forth, but maybe the economy, the recession, has made people say, okay, we understand it's a financial issue. Many people have lost their jobs. Many people are underemployed.
Fortunately, not him.
They were doing this before the economy shit the bed. What are they talking about?
But he's just saying things. Many people have, like, for instance, lawnmower salesmen are probably not selling as many lawnmowers in the winter, where it may be colder in a lot of places.
Even though the grass is still growing in many regions, although with winter months coming up, it should tame down the grass growth for the lawnmower people.
Which would mean they wouldn't sell as many, and not selling as many, they wouldn't have as much money.
Shut up.
We hear the stretch, though.
In a minute and a half, he's restated 4 times that the fact that people are living together without getting married may have to do with the economy.
The economy.
And they also said many families don't allow this to happen. I don't know one family that doesn't allow this to happen.
But you know what it could be?
Allow this to happen.
If not the families, a lot of it is the economy. People consolidating bills.
Yes, it's easier to run a household with 2 incomes.
Yeah.
Hence the living together portion of this conversation.
Well, a lot of people are trying to do a dual income household. So there would be 2 incomes in this economy.
We get it.
Many people have lost their jobs. Many people are underemployed. And as a result, I think a lot of people are looking at their finances saying, hey, we could save a lot of money.
Oh, my God. How many times are you going to say it?
Is the other guy asleep? Has he nodded off?
Well, maybe. I don't know.
Holy fuck, the redundancy.
He just keeps going.
I'm so glad I'm not high listening to this. Because you just sat there and go, didn't you just say that?
Is my radio looping? You're not sure.
He just said
This
that.
is a 5-second news story.
Yeah, you're supposed to just read off the story and then go straight to the callers.
Right.
But when you have no callers and you're like, you allot 15 minutes for a story, hoping there will be callers. There are no callers, but you still must allot the 15
You don't
minutes.
think there's a lot of callers?
I don't think so.
We might get to that point.
Hey, we could save a lot of money if we move in together. So a sharp increase in the number of unmarried.
Wow. It's like a book report.
Yeah.
Now he's summarizing.
Is he alone?
No, it's John and Jeff.
He's terrible.
You know, like
Is Jeff having a Fezzi moment right there?
Where's he on his he's on his computer looking at photos from Thailand.
Looking up flights to Thailand.
Yeah.
How great would that be?
Sharp increase in the number of unmarried people shacking up in America.
They used to say back in the 70s, oh, they're shacking up. They're living in sin. They've moved in together. Yeah, they're probably doing it, and they're not even married. I remember hearing those conversations.
They're talking about you two.
Because I have brothers that are 10 years older back in the 70s, and it was kind of like, did you hear about so-and-so? Yeah, they moved in together.
Holy fuck.
We can't do Jocktober anymore.
Why?
It's too enraging for everybody. For us, the listeners, for John and Jeff.
It just makes me sad.
It does, right?
It upsets you. Like
They're shacking up.
They're shacking up. They're doing
it. Doing it? Really? Were they that shocked in the 70s?
Like people were doing
it? When AIDS was pretty much invented?
While John is doing this whole story, he's taking 5 minutes to tell it. Jeff is just sitting there. Okay, think of something interesting. Think of something interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, the shacking up thing. Yeah, that's where I'll go with.
No, he started with in America. They fill more time with the news story out of Texas. John and Jeff are ladies.
Yes.
We go to Texas here, and a 14-year-old boy was caught trying to steal a pair of headphones.
What's a cot?
He was caught. Oh dear.
Trying to steal a pair of headphones at a department store.
Head.
His parents came up with a creative punishment.
They made him listen to this program through his ill-gotten headphones till his head blew off like scanners. He shot himself like that kid listening to Judas Priest.
These guys are awful.
It's penance. It really is fucking purgatory.
I understand it's very late at night, but
it's the third shift.
Zero energy there. There is zilchoid energy.
Garrett Scott from Garden City. This is literally just some cunts reading Yahoo News.
Yeah. I would assume that John and Jeff have been responsible for deaths because of all the people who fall asleep while
Just
driving.
nod off driving, yeah.
Like, it's late at night and you're driving and John and Jeff come on. I bet that because of them, people have died.
Yeah.
Like one of those dopes on the New York radio message board would say, this is not appointment radio.
Is that what they say?
Appointment radio, something.
You have to be appointment radio
I
now?
guess that means that it's a destination radio.
Must listen.
God, what are they talking about on the New York radio message
Just
board? I want to know the topic.
Shit.
We haven't gone there in a while.
I have not even looked at that in years.
It's on the list of
Does he still do it?
It's on the list of websites I just don't go
They're
to
just
at all anymore.
simply
Why go?
hideous.
Why go? That's right.
Will so-and-so play standards on HD?
Why make them
gives
up?
a fuck?
Why make up the topics when they're right there in front
Yeah,
of you,
I read
Jimmy?
that
You want to
recently.
enjoy this one? Why don't you read through the
Look,
topics?
again, they can't get away from it. Standards on terrestrial radio. They've been talking about standards.
Standards suck.
It's an awful format.
Here's one. Happy birthday, Mitch Lieb. L-E-B-E.
Yes.
I guess John Batchelor's doing a show from the Hard Rock Cafe.
Cool.
Yeah.
And
wait, did you do the weird one that at the top?
congratulations to WFME 94.7 says the world will end next year.
Oh. Well. Go down because I saw one that looked interesting right there. Seth Everett leaving 1050.
Oh, my God, not Seth. Who is he? We've been here forever.
What's
I've never heard of
1050?
him.
Oh.
ESPN, right?
Yeah,
But they
ESPN.
do report the big deaths. The passing of Martin F. Beck.
Look how short all the topics are now, too. Remember when they used to be, they'd go for pages on one topic? Now it's just...
Well, that's because we haven't fucked things up in a while.
Exactly.
I think people are just getting sick and tired of fucking nitpicky Allen going over every line and quoting it and correcting everybody.
Ugh.
What an OCD zilch.
His power-hungry days.
Oh, he's the fucking worst.
Now it's just nothing.
Corey, he has to be heard exactly as he means to be heard.
Yeah.
Get a radio show, shithead.
It's Alan Sniff, and hey!
Board Reflections used to rule.
It's Board Reflections.
They're so terrible, Board
Welcome to another episode of Board Reflections. I am Alan Sniffin. Yeah?
Who enjoys that?
Alan Sniffin.
That probably gets 50 listens a month.
He was very early on with the podcast, though.
Yeah, I guess he was.
He was podcasting way before anyone else. Let's say hi to Andy in Cleveland. Andy, let's go.
It's Andy in Cleveland.
Andy!
These guys have all the energy and pacing of an NPR pledge break.
Oh, John and Jeff,
Pledge
yeah.
break.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
totally.
even worse.
Yeah.
It's 30 seconds of "We Need Your Money" stretched out over an entire afternoon.
Yeah, someone said,
Yeah.
we sort of said it too, but it's like an 8th grade book report where you say the same thing in different words over and over just to get to the required 1,000 words.
Yes.
We all did that trick. didn't we?
Wow.
And then Hoffman in Virginia, regular, writes, we're two guys who are surprised that so many non-married people are living together. We just don't get it. Want to go back to the...
oh, please.
Where were we? The headphones or something?
Yes.
Some kid?
Yeah.
A young man
Yes.
in Texas stole some headphones.
His parents came up with a creative punishment. He had to stand outside a department store with a sign saying, a large sign, "I stole a..."
Why does that matter?
I hate... Yeah. Oh, I thought it was like Die Hard.
Why would it matter that the sign was large?
It is like an 8th grade book report. Like when you write, he was very, 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 very angry trying to get to the end of the line.
Yeah.
It was a sign, a large sign.
With large font.
Oh, filling space, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I see.
A large sign, "I stole a pair of headphones. I am an idiot. I won't do it again. My mom and dad made me hold it up."
So he actually says he's an idiot on the sign?
The sign says, "I stole a pair of headphones."
Holy shit.
That was a yes or no question. Why don't you reiterate the story?
Wow, so their thing is to just stretch.
There's too much
everything.
time to fill. There's no way you could just have a yes or no answer.
Yeah, that was a yes or no question, and now he's going to just redo the entire thing again.
You got to.
On the sign?
The sign says, "I stole a pair of headphones. I'm an idiot. I won't do it again. My mom and dad made me hold the sign up."
Wow.
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 Maybe you should
wow,
do the story
wow,
again.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
"Won't do it again. My mom and dad made me hold the sign up."
Wow. How old is this?
14.
14.
Well, he was an idiot for trying to rip something off. I mean, come on. We've all made the,
We're two
How
guys
long does he have to...
They sound
that don't like shoplifting.
They sound like they're just defeated. They
Yeah,
used to have
yeah,
more.
yeah.
They used to have more energy than this.
I remember,
and even that energy sucked.
Because the little bit of energy helped push the shit out in the morning when we would shit to their show.
Push. It just fell out.
It just fell out your asshole.
It was part of my
and ran out.
routine.
Just open up like the bottom of the ships in Independence Day.
My favorite time period for John and Jeff was when the Catch a Pedophile shows were on NBC.
Oh.
And they
Was he
literally
dodging them?
They must have pulled every single clip from that show because they spent upwards of 6 weeks every day at the exact same time, 5:30, playing clips from To Catch a Pedophile.
Wow. Great
I mean,
stuff.
come on. We've all made the,
How long does he have to hold that sign for?
He did it for a few hours.
How about a few days?
I say, hey, that's good discipline coming from the parents. "I stole a pair of headphones. I am an idiot. I won't do it again.
Third
My
time.
mom and dad made me hold
We
the
know.
sign up."
We know what the sign says at this point.
Well, some tough love for...
Yeah. Would you do that to your kid?
I don't think I would. I don't want to humiliate my child. Listen, if
Don't
you
tell
have
him
to
what show you
humiliate
Say you're on any other show.
Right.
Don't bring him to school for What Does Dad Do Day.
Oh my God!
What Dillards?
This is exhausting.
Fucking
I don't
crush
think I
him.
would. I don't want to humiliate my child. Listen, if you have to humiliate your child to do the right thing, then you're a bad parent.
Well, hopefully he'll never do it again.
Are you really humiliating him?
Well, I hope
Is
he
it
doesn't
that
do it
bad
again.
for the kid, really? A couple hours with a stupid sign in front of a store? Who cares?
There's other ways to punish.
Oh,
Good spanking.
it's inappropriate. It's not your kid.
Can we move on? I don't want to do this.
Why? What's wrong?
It's the pace of the whole thing is horrendous.
You mean
And
like
it's Monday to begin with, so
It's
we're a
so good.
little slower than usual.
No, this is good. It makes us seem like we're
very
full of
peppy
energy
today.
and peppy.
Okay.
Yeah.
John and
Contrast.
Jeff. I'll just talk a little louder, a little faster. We'll get the energy going.
Well, that's great.
John and Jeff try to get people to call in and anyone
do anything.
They try to get people to call in and
no one does.
No one does.
Oh.
I like these clips because you could talk fast, like between the clips, get the energy up, and as soon as you hit that clip,
back to
Here's John and Jeff trying to get people to call in.
There are many people right now, Jeff, insomniacs on the third shift. They can't sleep because their significant other is snoring right now.
They smell like, they sound like a barge.
Oh my God, they're going to try to do a bit.
whoever has people who are snoring next to them, call in.
Those would be the people listening to the radio show.
Look, when you decide to do a radio bit, you gotta make sure that the pool is very large to pick from. So they're looking for people that just happen to be awake, their spouse is snoring, and they're listening to John and Jeff.
Yeah, on the third shift.
There's got to be maybe one person.
Unbelievable.
Maybe.
Yeah.
That person doesn't call.
Is snoring right now.
They smell. They sound like a barge when they sleep, and so yeah, you get.
It's a big problem.
You do, and women snore too. It's not just the guys.
Yeah, get the guys calling in.
Sawing logs. Women, man, they can make some noise as well.
They say if you have a big beer belly, the odds of you snoring go up exponentially. That's what they say.
Really?
Yeah.
You're
because you're cutting off
hibernating bear.
You know why? Because there's so much weight on your chest that it's forcing you to gasp for air, and so it's a little bit more difficult for guys that
Sounds
have
like
a big
this
beer
show.
belly to sleep and not snore.
Yeah, if your name is Cliff, you're a pretty hardy sleeper, and you sleep pretty loud. If your name is Cliff.
Yeah, we get it when you said Cliff the first time.
Yes.
asshole.
Someone say it twice.
Cliff.
They're the beer bellies of radio.
Name is Cliff.
Cliff, something about a cliff.
When your name is Cliff.
You know who's a tough sleeper? I watched the fight at Anthony's house, and Anthony was very hard to wake up.
Oh,
I was ringing the bell, and I thought I saw a hat. And I'm like, no, it's not Anthony's hat. So I went around the back, and, Mr. Security keeps his door locked, wide open. I fucking moonwalked in, and I got to his left. I'm like, Anthony!
He's right on the couch.
Anthony! I'm from here to Danny to him. I'm 3 feet. But I didn't want to touch him, because I didn't want to reach him for that fucking pistol.
I was sleepy.
Anthony! You are Anthony!
Just throw something at me.
Nothing.
How do you sleep so deeply?
And he wasn't even shocked to see
God,
me.
I wish I can.
I just opened my eyes like, hey, Jimmy.
Hi. And the fights were already on.
Hi. Yeah, I put it on, and then I kind of fell asleep for a little bit. Danny just
Sounds
disappeared.
Sounds like an exciting night. You went over there for the fights, and he was the fights were already on, and he's out cold, and you can't wake him.
Oh, I woke right
What
back
a night!
He came back up.
I came back like a champ.
You came to.
That's why
to
I
life?
passed out, because you had passed out. I was just like, well, I'm not going to fucking sit here by myself like a jerk off. So I went downstairs to watch a movie, then I passed out.
But oh, you were downstairs? Yeah. I didn't even know.
What'd you watch?
Oh, I tried watching The Prestige. I think I probably made it to 10 minutes in, and I was just out.
Done.
Yeah.
I think I've watched maybe one or two complete movies in that theater, and the other 87 attempts I've passed out
It's
within the
just
first 10 minutes.
because the seats go back, they're comfy, it's nice down there, it's dark, you just go to sleep.
Have you slept a lot in there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I wake up, so what the fuck, where am I? Shit. When the movie ends, though, the lights come on, so it kind of wakes you up, which is, good. I don't wake up from you yelling, but the lights coming on will wake me
Anthony!
up.
Anthony! That volume. Anthony!
Right in his ear, pretty much.
About 3 feet away, because again, he has. I don't want him to fucking unload on me. Anthony! It was fucking horrible.
How were the snacks? Are the snacks better this time?
Phenomenal. Yeah.
All
Oh man, it's Snack
You've
Central.
upgraded your
Oh,
snacks.
Yeah,
Oh,
Angie's
that's
good. She's brought over like nice
Real
tortilla
stuff.
chips and salsa
What's that?
and pretzels and
Yeah.
a lot of candy.
Oh boy, did I eat a lot.
I went to throw something out and I opened up the garbage thing. It was just full of candy wrappers.
I ate a lot of candy. I ate
got a lot of candy.
Kind of like the candy.
It's all
got
for
a
the
sweet tooth.
It's all Halloween
It's all
candy.
Halloween candy.
Yeah, for those little jizz bags.
It's growing.
What's your candy of choice?
Oh, I took
Oh, the Twix were good.
Twix
Mary
bars
Jane's?
ruled. No, Mary Jane's will fucking rip
that
your
was the
filling out.
joke. Mary Jane suck a dick.
Yeah.
Twix bars, a couple of small ones though, small Reese's Pieces, couple of Crunch bars, M&Ms, peanut M&Ms, a couple of Kit Kats are the best.
Kit Kats, that was good.
I didn't eat any Snickers bars.
No, I
Baby Ruth.
I hate the Snickers.
No,
They're terrible.
No Baby Ruth.
Yeah, I don't like the nuts in them. No, not a big fan.
You don't like nuts with your candy?
No. But yeah, a lot of rappers in there.
Yeah, I had a bunch. I was a little pig.
Let's go back to John and Jeff. A lot of people asking, what does a barge sound like?
Like
yeah,
a guy snoring.
Barge.
A barge doesn't make any noise.
They don't make noises. The tugboats that push or pull them, they might make a noise.
Well, why didn't you call into John and Jeff? You could have.
I wish I was unconscious.
Belly. To sleep and not snore.
Yeah, if your name is Cliff, you're a pretty hardy sleeper, and you sleep pretty loud. If your name is Cliff.
877-975-6465, and maybe you are with someone who snores a lot. What's it like with someone in the house, in the bedroom, and they're preventing you from getting a good night's sleep?
Wow.
No wonder people are sleeping in different bedrooms, because they can't get a good night's sleep sleeping together.
That means you're sleeping in a different bedroom, asshole.
This is
How do you know that
horrible.
other people are sleeping in different bedrooms?
He had to say in the house as opposed to where on the roof.
Yeah, that added nothing.
But if he hadn't said in the house, that would have been 15 more seconds of airtime that needed to be filled.
So where are the phone calls of people calling about snoring? I don't see it in front of me here, Sam.
Well,
you failed miserably. What happened?
Here's the problem. I didn't fail this time. I listened to the show. They moved on to another topic. There were
So they didn't get a call. They didn't get one call, so they had to move on with some more horse shit.
Not one phone call.
So
on
they
that
move
topic.
on with
hideous.
Oh, they moved on with third shift trivia. This should be good.
Well, this is
I
one
like
that-
trivia. Anthony likes trivia.
Love it.
Jimmy loves trivia.
My nickname was the Trivia Kid.
Tell him,
no
Jimmy.
idea.
Tell him.
Trivia Kid.
They would call me that in high school. They would do the Egyptian hands when I walk by. oh shit! It's the Trivia Kid. He's in high
Do the walk like an Egyptian pastor.
yeah. Whenever I walk by, it's the Trivia Kid. Yeah, my TK hat.
Well, then hopefully you'll be able to answer this.
Oh, you
lickety
bet I
split.
will. I'm good.
I just saved.
Lickety split. The Jericho Mile.
Yeah.
I just saved the show, by the way.
How'd you do that?
We started doing the candy bit, and I moved right the fuck on.
Yeah,
we were seconds away from doing the candy bit,
Hey,
which
what's
we
your
make fun of
favorite
all the fucking
candy
time.
out there?
We did a little bit of it, but before it became a bit, I said, let's get back to John and Jeff.
And that was
so
a
technically
list.
we did not do the candy bit, assholes.
That was a list of the candies that Jim Norton ate at Anthony's house.
Yeah.
A personal story.
That is true.
Not just, hey, Jim.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
What are your favorite candies?
Right.
Yeah, we did not do the candy
We
bit
didn't.
officially.
I was a
we
little
came very
piggy.
close. This was all about Jimmy being a little piggy.
I was a little piggy.
How
He
many
could treat
pieces of
himself.
candy did you have?
Somewhere around 70. I couldn't stop. I also ate a lot of tortilla chips.
Yes.
What?
Oh, you-
I had some
you must have had
pretzels.
Any pretzels?
You must have had some great farts on the way home.
I had
Tortilla chips, salsa, and candy bars.
I had great farts
Holy
one day. I
shit.
ate ice cream the other night, and the next morning I took a fucking Pepto shit. Oh,
Pepto.
oh.
Does it come out gray?
No, it's black.
Black and grayish?
You can't tell if you have fucking blood in your stools or Pepto. It's like a fucking horrible discolored log. It's a sick log.
When you polish off like a nice bottle of red wine, like a Shiraz, and then you shit the next day, and it's just fucking dark chocolate milk duds.
Yeah.
Horrible.
You want to get the scare of your life? Get a little vegetable drink with beets in it.
Oh, beets.
It looks like your blood is pouring out of your asshole.
That's lovely.
It'll give you a nice fucking color in the bowl.
I should juice for a week. I have been eating like a fucking hog.
How do you
Yeah.
juice for a week?
I don't know. How long do people juice for?
Troy juices in the morning.
Does he really? Well, Troy's in good shape.
But Troy also gets naked with authors.
Yeah, he's weird.
He is, right?
He's weird.
Is
He's
there
got
a-
some
Is there a new
tendencies.
weird thing?
No, he's just weird. He gives me the creeps now.
Does he?
Yeah.
Why?
He got naked with Ian. He's juicing every morning.
That
It's
just
weird.
ruined it
Are you
for
a little
everybody,
jealous? I think you're jealous.
No, I got in bed with Ian too, but I
Oh, you
wasn't
weren't
nude.
naked.
What kind of juice does he have?
He makes whatever juice. He makes whatever fruits he has. He makes some bananas, apples, mangoes, things like that.
Banana juice.
It's Anthony Weiner, right? Here in New York. He wants terrorist videos to be removed from YouTube. This is a big story. And one of the terrorist videos did over 3.5 million views. How do you guys feel about that?
Wiener dog.
YouTube removing terrorist videos.
When you say
actual terrorist videos, they all look like Bin Laden.
Yeah, I think they should remove them.
What are they? Like, what are they doing in them? Terrorist things? Blowing stuff up?
Oh, they're doing their thing. Yeah, they're
recruiting.
Recruiting and talking about what they want to do to infidels.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
And Anthony Weiner wants YouTube to remove all those videos.
I kind of agree with him, even though it's a censorship. I don't want free speech censored, but you know what?
I like
Fuck
it 'cause
those motherfuckers.
Most people look and just are infuriated. I
Okay.
can't see most people getting inspired by it. I mean, some will, but they would have anyway.
All right, maybe you're right.
You know, I don't care. I watch it and I'm like, I can't get enough of watching them get blown up. I love those videos. Where you
Yeah.
just see a pack of them running like ants and some fucking target on them. And then you hear like, you know.
I hear you.
Example of videos, they would take them down, but it's other people who use it like an echo chamber. I don't think we should regulate this through Congress, but if we're going to stay out of it, we're counting on companies like Google and YouTube to do the right thing.
Bill, how do we secure the internet from terrorists?
Well, part of it is the self-policing here. I mean, we even saw going back, there was a case not too long ago where someone on Craigslist using Craigslist to solicit people in who were victimizing. So the individual people who are controlling the content.
Exactly.
Why do you have to mention Craigslist, you fucking idiot?
Yeah.
Guy wants to get blown. You don't see that the difference between that and Al-Awlaki fucking inspiring the Fort Hood shooting, you prick?
YouTube doesn't make sense because one of my videos, That's Why You're Fat, was removed. Remember, I've talked about it a few times in the last couple of months. And it's not that bad at all. It's a fat broad sipping on a very sugary, fatty type drink. So I go, that's why you're fat. And YouTube, big fucking message in red font. You can't have this on YouTube. Blah, blah, blah. You continue doing this, your whole account will be banned. And now we're talking about terrorist videos on YouTube. What's the fucking difference?
Who did you speak to at YouTube? Was it a...
You can't speak to anyone personally, like anything else in this world. I wrote back, and they never got back to me. I'm like...
It's the fucking worst.
And I gave them a whole bunch of examples of other videos. I'm like, how are you singling out my video? And here's a perfect example today with the terrorist videos. They're trying to recruit people to kill people on YouTube, but my video's a problem?
It's just someone who probably just didn't like you. Do you know what I mean? It's probably one of those guys.
Yeah, but then, they should realize that and go, oh, okay, I see what's going on here. You know?
Yeah.
It just,
no, maybe the person who made the decision even.
Oh, maybe. It just doesn't make sense, though, if we're talking about terrorist videos today.
Silly.
Let's get back to John and Jeff.
Oh, please.
With no other options remaining, it's time for the third shift trivia question because their phone topic with the snoring thing failed miserably. They moved on.
You think so?
Oh, miserably. They were
All right,
fine.
America, welcome to the show. It is totally open phones. That means more topics,
Yeah,
better
they're
variety.
all open.
Stand by for stuff you will only hear right here on a third shift.
Here's something. When you're playing a AC/DC song to get everyone pumped, maybe you should have it loud enough so people
A little
can get
loud.
pumped.
It's like way in the
so
background.
people can get pumped. Listen to the AC/DC in the background.
All right, America, welcome to the show. It is totally open phones. That means
you're an
more
AM
topics,
radio.
better variety. Stand by for stuff you will
guys
only hear right
suck
here
on
on a third
every
shift.
single
As
level.
always, you can talk about anything.
But they got
anything
stuff
we're
you'll
talking
only
about
hear there.
or anything you want to talk about. Don't forget, coming up, we will check out the news pile for news and nonsense, including our third shift.
We're already
criminal
checking out
of
the
day.
shit pile, this program.
Nonsense, including our third shift criminal of the day. Find out the punishment for a 14-year-old shoplifter. We'll get into that.
They redo the story?
They're going to hit it again next hour for sure.
Well, it was a good one. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
14-year-old shoplifter. We'll get into that. Plus, the free advice hotline is open. All right, so there's a
course it
lot
is.
going on. Grab a cup of coffee, America, and jump on live. And, John, I've got some third shift trivia here. And see if you can figure this out. If you can't, I will release it to America and let them take a stab at it for your chance to win a John and Jeff Show third shift T-shirt. We'll call this one
They're
Third
giving away
shift T-shirts?
John and Jeff third shift T-shirts.
That's right.
I'd love to see what one of those looks like.
They're over at John and Jeff's website, whatever that is.
Can I see the third shift T-shirt?
Jizzandbucket.com.
I don't know if that's it.
Thank
Let's have an open mind. Would you ever wear this T-shirt?
Let's see.
All right. Where's the T-shirt?
If I was going to
Where's
be
the-
beheaded or burned alive.
The store. Third shift. It just says third.
Have they sold one of these yet?
I know they've definitely sold one because you know who used to have a third shift shirt and wear it all the time?
E-Rock?
Than.
Oh.
Than did.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
And what does it say underneath that?
The backbone of America.
And where's their names?
It's not on there.
That's horrible marketing.
What dummies?
You want someone to walk around with your shirt to advertise the show. What would that mean to somebody?
The third shift.
Let me see their faces.
Radio.
Oh.
God, it just blows.
Oh, is that horrible?
Oh, they got a ladies shirt too.
Oh, hubba.
So the ladies can do
Who the
it.
fuck wants a third shift hat?
Shift hat.
Cap.
Look at his third shift hat.
With the worst font possible.
I'd rather wear a
embroidered
Rocky
in a
Dennis
wall.
mask.
It's like, people would just be like, what's the third shift?
I'm going to get that hat, and then I'm show up at Ant's house on Halloween as a faggot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a nice third shift hat. What are you supposed to be? I'm one of two guys who takes cum in my ass and then felches it by myself. That's what I do.
Let me say hi to Drew in Alabama. Drew.
Yeah, you know, big fan of the show. I already called earlier to talk about the UFC shit.
Wow, you sound very different for your second
guy.
phone call. What happened? The first phone call, I do remember you. You
Yes.
were up and had energy.
Yeah.
What happened? Did you bury a child?
Something like that, Jimmy. Good one.
Good one.
What's up, Drew? Come on.
Dude, normally I'm a big fan of Jocktober, but this show is fucking so terrible.
It really is.
But that's why we do this.
We can't
I think
deny
we
it.
have to present it better to keep you guys interested.
You can't even make fun of
Because
it.
it all
It's
is
so bad.
horseshit.
It lulls us to sleep.
Right, but we're supposed to pump this shit up
Yeah.
and make fun of it. But this one is so bad.
Well,
the pauses, the topics.
Before you pass judgment, you really haven't gotten to third shift trivia.
Okay, and they can't even crank up their AC/DC coming out of commercials.
No.
They can't do
Because
anything
they
right.
are AC/DC.
For your chance to win a John and Jeff Show third shift t-shirt. We'll call this one What We Do in a Lifetime. If you add up all the time doing things in your life, all right, here's the question. The average American will spend about 16 days of their life doing what?
I know the answer to that, actually.
And I hate doing this. And
Listening to this show in one night. That's what it feels like.
I'm going to go explosive diarrhea.
Oh, come on.
16 straight days.
16 days.
16 days that would add up to.
It's got to be sleeping.
It can't be
No,
sleeping.
you sleep a
16
third of your
days?
life.
Oh, would you
sleep a
stop?
third of your life.
Oh, please,
Oh,
gentlemen.
sorry. You got me bad?
Oh, my
You got it
God.
so bad.
Of course.
I would say shitting.
Oh, my God.
Going to
God,
the
it's so
bathroom.
bad.
Going to-
They would think it's going to the bathroom.
That's too edgy.
It's
right.
too obvious.
That's too edgy.
Probably getting a Roman shower from a prostitute.
Yes.
Engaging in ruby showers.
What's a ruby shower?
Period.
Ruby shower.
They make it sound so nice.
Sure does. Like Dorothy could put that shower on her feet.
Who wouldn't want a ruby shower? It sounds so nice, Jimmy.
Oh, it's terrible.
Beating
And
their
I
wife.
hate doing this, and I hate when it happens. But the average American will spend about
I know
16
the answer.
days.
Removing the clitoris of a wayward young lass. I've spent 16 days removing clits. I was on clit removal duty for a long time.
What is it? What is it? I'm so curious.
I know what it is.
I hate doing
I
this,
actually
and
know
hate
what it
when
is.
happens. But the
16
average American will spend about 16 days
Slipping in cum in a peep booth.
Wow, that's
a lot of time in a peep booth.
One whoops-a-daisy at a time.
16 days.
One at a time.
And I hate doing this, and I hate when it happens. But the average American will spend about 16 days.
Oh, he hates when it happens. So
That's
it
a
can't
clue.
be going to the bathroom.
Throwing
it's something
up.
you don't like when it happens.
Having a vagina on your face? It's this show?
Something you don't like when it happens.
You're allowed to do that voice.
16 hours in a day.
Pick your nose or something.
No, I'm going to say vomiting.
Vomiting.
Because you don't like when it happens.
You guys are thinking way too
vomiting.
entertaining.
Really?
Oh.
Oh, no, it's not even a good. God, what is it?
Cleaning cum off your back.
Happens.
Taking out the garbage, something
This is like
like that.
This is definitely the same type of question Scorch would ask. They probably got it from the same prep service.
No.
Oh, no.
When are we featuring Scorch? Soon?
Yes, come on.
I mean, we've only got 4 days after today.
But he's got the TV show.
So we could just
I
feature
wanna
him.
hear- yeah, anytime.
Anytime.
I think we do radio show.
Oh, you want to hear his...
I want to hear radio show. But
Maybe we do a radio TV combo.
I want to hear
Wow,
some
a
of his
combo
too.
platter
Sure,
from
why
Scorch?
not? All right, let's find out the answer here. Third shift trivia.
And I hate doing this, and I hate when it happens, but the average American will spend about 16 days of their life doing what?
What excitement.
I hate doing what? I thought he was giving us the answer there.
No,
he's
not
just
You
yet.
just said the
calls.
question again.
Is he trying to get more phone calls?
I know the
Got to
answer.
get some calls.
Oh.
Pulling a shit-covered condom off.
Wow.
What's a condom?
I know. Believe me, I'm just going by what they would say.
Shit covered.
But there's so much shit caked on it. You have to actually scoop it from the bottom of your shaft by your torso. Or you're going to get shit on your fingers. You try to scoop the one clean part of it.
Taking off surgical gloves.
Yeah.
You got to turn it inside out.
Yes, you scrape your cock with your fingernail because you're down in your fatty pubis trying to pull it off your hog, but you can't because you have a Cialis heart on. So you want to just, cause you know, if you grab it with your fingers on the outside, your fingers are going to slip and troll through the shit on the tip of the condom. So you have to hook your fingers under. Yeah, if you don't hook your fingers under, if you just try like the roll down, you're eventually going to slip and have a fucking fistful of shit.
As you're rolling it back down, it's just squeezing out.
Yeah.
Big ring of shit.
Yeah. You got to scoop it there over the toilet.
Bug.
Oh my God.
Or just stand over the toilet and think bad things so your penis goes down. And the condom just falls off into the bowl. That's what I do. 45 minutes sometimes. I'll just watch beheading videos until my condom slips off. Well, that never helps.
You waste 16 days of your life doing that.
16 days of my life.
Oh, God, it should be something like that
Waiting-
instead of some horseshit they're about to tell us.
Don't judge.
Well, they stretch for time praying someone will call by taking a very long time to guess an answer. So no one even calls for this?
Not right away.
Why are they on the radio then?
God, I would love to
For
call up.
the third shifters.
16 days.
See? They're putting intriguing questions out there.
Doing something
It's going to be
that
something
isn't,
dumb
like he doesn't
like
like this.
blinking or yawning or...
He doesn't like doing it. Big
Or-
hint. Big hint.
Doesn't like doing it.
So, traffic lights...
I think I know.
What?
Convincing a child not to testify.
He doesn't like having to do that.
That's a lot of. That's a lot of talking to those little rascals.
I don't know. Let's find out here.
It all adds up, I guess. The average person lives to be, I don't know, what, 75, 80 years old now? It keeps going up. But the average American will spend about 16 days of their life doing what?
Well, that comes out to almost 400 hours.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say.
How many seconds is that? Then?
break it down.
Or we could do minutes first and then
Yeah.
seconds.
It'd be easier.
Blowing their nose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm
Scraping a
going to
blood
say
booger.
because
That's it. Sculpting an animal out of blood boogers.
Oh, God.
Scraping a blood
That is
booger
fucking
that you
disgusting.
can wear like a fucking bandana.
So I'm going to say, because you gave somewhat of a hint saying that you don't like when it happens, so I will say that it's something that annoys people.
Oh my God!
What's wrong?
Are you kidding?
I will say, since you said you don't like doing it, it's something that may annoy people.
I know what it is. Waiting for the phone to ring.
Yeah.
Isn't that what it is, John and Jeff?
Annoys people. It's got to be waiting in line at a retail store.
You're waiting in line, and you're just saying, how long is this going to take? You're looking around. There's other people waiting in line. The line is 12
Painting a picture.
deep.
He's painting a picture.
Yeah, but you don't have to paint a picture for obvious shit. Everyone knows what waiting in line means.
No, they don't. He brought me right into that moment.
If he just said, like, no, that's not the correct answer, and then looked over the phone banks and saw nothing, he'd have to panic. So you got to stretch a little bit.
They're just waiting for the phone to ring.
Exactly.
How depressing is that? You do a radio show and the phone doesn't ring?
All you're doing is waiting.
And you're just saying, how long is this going to take? You're looking around. There's other people waiting in line. The line is 12 deep.
Or maybe it's waiting in line at the post office, because maybe we spend 10 years of our lifetime doing that, because they don't want to...
Who the fuck goes to the post office at this point?
Oh, gosh, good gravy.
Exactly.
Maybe once a year?
Oh, I think I know what the answer is.
Yeah.
16 days of our life, deleting dog fuck spam in our email.
Dog spam. Yeah, what do you mean? Speak for yourself.
Yes, Becky loves. I got a bunch of those recently. Watch Becky get fucked by a dog. I did too.
And boy, did I, right?
Sent from your mom.
My mother name is Becky.
Try this out.
You know what? Might as well do the landlord story now. Then we'll get back to John's.
What?
No,
what do you mean? We got to get to the bottom of the.
We're gonna.
I need
This
to
is
know
a
what
quickie.
it is.
Don't worry about it.
Days out of your life.
Figure out what the answer to the
We
question
got to give these people some
entire
material.
days.
We haven't given them material in 20 minutes.
They want to know what the
Great
answer to the
stuff.
question.
We're going to get to the answer to that, Sam. Trust me. But we got a
just
dog
anxious.
perv on the loose. Where did they get him? Oh, they got him because look at the headline. Dog perv collared.
Oh, get it?
After breaking into tenant's apartment, sexually abusing their 2-year-old pup named Snowball.
Aw, Snowball.
Exactly.
Asking for it.
How do you not?
A Long Island landlord twice broke into his tenant's apartment and sexually abused their 2-year-old
Twice.
dog.
Wow.
That was good dog pussy.
That's
You see what this guy looks like? He looks very, very creepy. Mitchell, whatever, of Long Beach, entered the apartment in the house he owned and sexually assaulted the male dog, a 23-pound Shiba Inu named Snowball.
Fucked it right in the tuchus.
Oh, yeah.
You think that's what he did with it? You think
What else could you do?
Yeah, you think he...
Lick its balls? You gotta fuck it.
yeah.
Because the dog had injuries on its legs, which meant it was being held in place. If you read more.
Oh, you're not even joking?
No,
Jesus. Mitchell, 55, was arraigned yesterday on burglary and sexual misconduct charges, and bail was set at $10,000. His lawyer did not comment. Snowball was examined at a nearby animal hospital and showed signs of trauma, including injuries to his legs consistent with being roughly restrained. Holy shit. Why only $10,000 for this guy?
He really is. He's wearing an NFL jersey, too. He's an Eagles fan or a Jets fan.
Well, Long Island, so he's got to be a Jets fan,
Jets
right?
fan.
Good.
Nice.
Mitchell faces up to 15 years of...
P-E-T-S, pets.
Pets. Faces up to 15 years in prison for the alleged burglary and 1 year in jail for the sex charges. So, there you go.
We've all given in to the urge once, but to do it twice.
Yeah, come on. Must have been good.
Dog asshole must have gripped his cock like a velvet glove.
You think you did it in the asshole?
What else are you going to do? It's a male dog. Dogs are
was
going
it
to
male?
suck. Yes.
I thought they were docking.
No, he had to hold its legs so the little fella didn't just scamper away.
Oh my God.
Just knowing your dick is just going to smell like dog shit. What the fuck? That's terrible.
I'll bet you the dog was trying to push his ass. He pushed his dick out like.
Did he give him the old eye? Did he turn around and look at him and do that thing they do with their, you know, like when they're taking a shit and it's diarrhea and they're kind of shitting and walking and they're looking at, when their tongue's going out. He was just turning around looking at him. What are you doing?
Yeah. Who are you? You're supposed to be fixing the sink while you're raping me, my dog ass.
You think the dog had to rub its ass on the rug?
Oh, yeah.
Do that.
That's how they found
that
out.
ass crawl.
That's how they found
across
out
the rug?
he was going across, doing the hiney rub across the floor, and jizz was just leaving a trail
And
across
blood.
the carpet.
How do they-
Blood and jizz.
Yeah. Looked like a liquid candy cane.
That's all I got. How did they catch the guy? They didn't say how they.
Yeah.
You got to tell us how they catch the guy.
The dog had a bandage on its hiney, and then whenever the landlord walked down the steps, the dog would bark and aim its asshole at the landlord. It's his dog way of telling him I don't know.
How do they catch him?
Don't know. Maybe it was a talking dog.
Nanny Cam. Little Nanny Cam.
Oh, yeah.
It was Marmaduke. His big paws. Tried to cover his gaping asshole and he couldn't.
Back to John Jeff. 16 days, I guess, of your life.
It was that dog in the Owen Wilson movie. What's that dog?
Oh, Marley and Me.
Oh, Marley and Me. Yeah, it was written by this landlord. Marley the Tattletale, he should have called it. Awful landlord. Just wanted to put on his football jersey, fuck a dog up the butt. He would do it after every home loss. The dog would only be rooting for a good season.
God damn.
Or maybe it's waiting in line at the post office, because maybe we spend 10 years of our lifetime doing that, because they don't want to open up any windows.
That's true. There's 16 windows and only 2 of them are open. Okay, the government at work. All right, John, so you say the average American will spend about 16 days of their life
waiting in line.
Waiting in line. John? That's a good answer, but John, that is not the answer I have here. So now it's up to you, America, all right?
America.
Can you figure this third shift trivia question out? Here it is. If you add up all the time doing things in life,
here it is.
The average American will spend about 16 days. 16 days of their life doing what?
I think I know the answer.
Yes.
Fighting an erection at a daycare center.
Waiting on inane answers to stupid radio questions. Because this is taking forever.
David H. from Kings Park. Opie, he blew the dog.
What?
I don't believe that.
He was blowing the dog.
No, he wouldn't be holding the back legs like that. The dog wouldn't have to be restrained.
Yeah.
He'd roll over.
You'd probably have to hold the fucking legs down to
Basement
get
is
to the
home
cat.
rented to others.
You got more info on this?
Sexual abused the dog in their apartment. Cruelty. Yeah, well.
That wouldn't be cruelty to animals. You know? The dog would never press charges if he was just sucking its dick.
Yeah, what dog wouldn't want a blowjob?
2 in the morning. Oh.
Yeah, when the dog's all sleeping.
Yeah. He's just like,
he's all tired.
Having that little doggy nightmare.
It's all tuckered out.
It's real this time.
Yeah.
Been chasing a ball all day. Just wants to relax.
Now he's got 2 of them banging on his ass.
I know. Thought the fleas were bad. His legs are being held. He can't even itch his hindquarters.
He needs a Hearts rapist collar.
Yeah, around his tail.
Everyone's saying he sucked his cock.
Yeah,
So I guess there's more info on this story somewhere else.
He had to fuck it.
Bunch of people saying he sucked his cock.
Suck his cock?
Now, Sam, I know.
Show me how you chase the ball. Show me how you fetch a stick.
Sam, I noticed that you write here. They finally get a phone call. What's that about? John and Jeff. They let it loose on America, so I'm sure they just had a ton of phone calls coming in at that point.
No, all phone calls are on the disc.
What?
Oh.
All right, well, they
all of
finally get a phone call, I guess is what Sam's getting at, Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
One phone call for the trivia contest.
Yes.
Let's go to Anthony. You're next on the John and Jeff Show. Hello, Anthony.
Yeah, I'd like to comment on... I give him a great call.
You gave them a great call, too?
Yes, I'd like to comment on the hostage situation.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to Anthony. You're next on the John and Jeff Show. Hello, Anthony.
Hey, how's it going, John and Jeff?
Pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's waiting for red lights.
Okay. If you add up all the time doing things in your life, the average American will spend about 16 days of their life. We wait for red lights, you say?
Yes.
Good guess, but that is not.
There's never a good guess if it's wrong.
Yeah, that's
I
terrible.
hate that.
Oh,
Why is it a
wow.
good
Yes.
guess?
That's
You
wrong.
don't want to be mean to people. You don't want, just because they don't get a third shift T-shirt doesn't mean they're losers.
I want a third shift hat like Jimmy.
Tat? Oh, hat.
You should get a third shift tat.
Oh, imagine that.
I would
That'd
get
look
one.
cool.
Yeah,
little
Big,
tat.
nice on the arm or
right under
across
my
the
Rob
chest.
Zombie thing.
Yeah. Well,
She get over
really
it.
it is.
Good guess, but that is not the answer I have here.
I thought I'd heard that somewhere before.
I thought I heard that somewhere before.
All right, we'll go to the next phone call. Oh, wait, that's right. There's only one person.
That was it?
One person was trying to figure. We have more people trying to figure it out on our dumb show.
He was the only person that took a stab at it.
And half the people have already changed the channel, so.
Well, then, no, they caught him with this one. Because I'm curious.
After,
I don't know.
After 30 minutes and one phone call, how do you know it was 30 minutes?
I listened to the show.
You listened to the entire show.
What were they doing the whole time?
They were bringing up other topics.
Really?
Yeah.
Waiting for the phone to ring again.
They went to
and
their-
it just never did.
They went to their news pile.
Okay. After 30 minutes and one phone call later, they give up. They give up on that.
That's it. I mean, what are they going to do? They got one phone call on it. That's all they're getting tonight.
This has to be so
Coming back at Live America, you're right in the middle of the John and Jeff show. And John, I have the answer to the third shift trivia question. What we do in a lifetime, if you add up all the time doing things in our lives, the average American will spend about 16 days of their life doing this. What is it? What am I talking about? Looking for where you put your keys.
That's a good one.
Of course.
That's a good one, he said.
My wife has a place where she puts her keys. She's very organized.
It's called
like
a vagina. Since your dick probably doesn't use it. Yeah, she puts her legs up in the air and she drops in her keys. I also put my wallet in there and she dozes off. And we put our umbrellas in there when it's rainy. She sleeps by the door. She's a good girl.
She puts her keys. She's very organized like that. I don't have a place where I put my keys. I just put them wherever.
Why don't you put them on top of the phones? No one else is using anything.
Hang them on your microphone.
This one isn't even fun because you could hear that these guys are even defeated, and they were doing the safest radio on regular radio or commercial radio, whatever the fuck you want to
They
call
are
it.
defeated.
You could hear it in their voices. They had way more energy than this one.
I just put them anywhere.
When we used to hear them.
I don't care.
Wouldn't it be great if they got on a satellite show and we realized what pigs they really are? Like, all right, topic number one. What's the longest shit you've ever held in your mouth?
We got to start there.
Yeah, what's the who took the biggest silo dump in your mouth? What dominatrix? Was she a goddess or a mistress? Your call's coming up next. What's the worst shit you ever took on your chest? And they each have 11 examples.
We're two guys that think bloody assholes on junior high school kids is a good thing.
We're two guys who think that foreskin should have itching powder rubbed under it. They're just barbarians. We're two guys who think that raped women should have rocks thrown at them. We're two guys who believe in Sharia law.
It's horrible.
They're just the worst people alive. They're nice guys on regular radio, but on satellite they're garbage. We're two guys who think drunk driving into children is a hoot.
This real? That kid made that basket?
Yeah, it's all over CNN today. I saw that.
Yeah,
Not only did he make that one, he made about 4 different shots for CNN.
Yeah.
Because it's a YouTube video, so CNN's like, these videos have got to be fake. So they called the kids and they decided to get a stadium and film it themselves. And sure enough, right in front of the CNN cameras, they were making them all day long.
All day long?
And they said they didn't even have to be there that long for them to make the shot.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, good at something.
So
it sounds like a John and Jeff break right here.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
I just put them wherever. She has the same place every time. She always tells me, Jeff, why don't you hang your keys up next to mine? I'm like, I don't
And then I ball up my fist.
Well, you don't want to be told
and
what to
crack
do,
her
too.
jaw
No,
with
it's
it.
just, I
I
guess I'm
pay
not
the
wired that way.
bills.
Just,
I put my keys where I want.
Put them where I want, you dummy.
Yeah.
Why don't you hang them next to mine? Really?
Yeah.
Crack.
Then I push her into the bathroom like Vicky LaMotta and slap her and ask her why she fucked my radio partner. Sucked his cock. So did I.
Want to be told what to do, too.
No. It's just, I guess I'm not wired that way. I just, I'll put them down, but then I'll ask my wife, honey, do you see my keys? She said, why didn't you hang them up?
She'll say, yes, they're behind your stash of gay pornography. They're behind Brazilian Unclipped 6.
Oh, shit.
Yes, they were in your almost empty jar of Vaseline. That's where you drop them. Oh, my God.
That was tiring. That's it for John and Jeff.
Exhausting.
Where are
Thank
they?
God.
You left them on the table behind your broth.
But you missed a great discussion.
Yeah.
He asked his wife where his keys, and then she said, why didn't you just hang them up?
Yeah, hang them up next to mine.
That's
That's
amazing
what she
radio.
does.
We can't compete with that.
She does.
Yeah, it's great stuff.
You ever have to look for your keys?
I have.
Everyone has. Who cares?
I have. There have been times where I've not put my keys where I wanted them.
Yeah.
And I guess they were somewhere else other
That's
than
right.
where I know where they normally are. And as I was looking for them, I realized I don't know where they are.
Right.
So they were lost.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't find them.
I couldn't find them. Exactly. I
Anywhere
couldn't
you
find
look.
them.
It's probably because you weren't sure when you put them down, you weren't thinking.
Yeah, so I was looking for them because I hadn't put them where I normally do. Hence them being lost.
I had to get my keys once. They weren't on the table where I usually leave them, which meant I had left them somewhere else. As it turned out, I looked in my sweatshirt pocket from the day before because I'd worn the sweatshirt the day before that. They were in that pocket.
They were there. They were there.
Which meant that I had put the keys in my pocket the day before, and then I hadn't taken them out.
Hey, anybody?
You should have asked your mother to check. Maybe they were in a box with the diarrhea shit you took in second grade.
She doesn't keep my diarrheas.
Sorry.
She's got to.
She doesn't keep diarrheas.
Just solids.
No solids.
She keeps his diarrhea like those little science projects you make in a shoebox.
Yes. It's a diarrhea-rama. She cut a hole in it and look through a little hole and see his shit.
Yeah.
Like a tar pit.
Oh, look, there's corn.
She puts little plastic dinosaurs in them.
She doesn't keep any fecal matter.
She raised one.
Oh, that makes me a piece of
You're a piece
doo-doo.
of shit.
Oh, man.
This is a very childish show today.
It really is.
A lot of duty jokes. I'm sorry.
Duty.
I'm tired. I couldn't sleep. I just laid in bed. Wishing I could hear the third shift.
Yes.
Boy, I wish I would have had this program on. I would have been out in a second.
Oh, that would have been a good one. Oh, my God.
You could stream them, except on their website, the station that they say, hear us live, stream now, and then it links to one of their affiliates, and that affiliate that's on their website doesn't carry them anymore.
Oh, so you can't
So when you
stream
click
them.
stream,
It streams another show.
it just streams news.
Which is more exciting. Wow.
Hey, you think this person's black?
No.
A little bit?
No.
Okay.
What, a relative?
Yeah, I went to a wedding Friday,
shit.
so there's some old photos going around, and someone just sent me an old photo, and I'm starting to think I might have a little black in my family, which is almost impossible because
you.
No, I don't think so.
Look at that. You don't think?
Wow, that's black.
Oh, that was the screen going
The
black.
screen went black.
my Blackberry.
The screen went black.
A little bit, like Sam Black.
Yeah. That has got some kind of a look.
I'm not black.
Am I
You
related?
can't tell in those oldie pictures.
Am I related to a?
Oh. I don't think so. If you look at it,
I learned.
hope so.
I learned Friday
so.
that I got a Hitler type person in my family.
oh, congrats.
Thanks. He was part of the German army,
Yeah?
and he had the Hitler mustache.
Yeah, it was big back then.
Not blood though.
No?
Someone that someone married in my family.
Oh, okay.
Not blood though.
Just because they were in the army doesn't mean they were Nazis.
He had the mustache though.
A fan of the mustache. Mustache was big.
But
Chaplin.
But that's what was told to me. I said, "Wow, that's a Hitler mustache." And then this person said to me on Friday, "Yeah, and he was in the German army."
Yeah, German army doesn't make you a Nazi.
But if you have the Hitler mustache and you're in the German army, aren't the odds dictating that there might be some shenanigans going on with that guy?
The mustache was very popular. Not just Hitler had it. A lot of the service guys had it.
I understand,
Especially
but
World War I. That was a big
Hitler
look.
mustache / German army. That's
Yeah.
my argument. I don't need any more points.
Well, I'm sure he was, killing Americans and limeys and whatnot.
Yeah.
But as far as being a member of the National Socialist Party, that's a whole nother thing. Not every soldier was, a Nazi.
Some were, but not all.
No.
But don't your odds increase if you have the Hitler mustache? That's all I'm asking
Let's
today.
put it out to the listeners. Do you think
Great
that
question.
Well, you got to say the question 3 or 4 different times.
Yes, in 3 or 4 different ways. Oh,
Because some people had the mustache,
yes,
but didn't support the viewpoint.
So you're saying Michael Jordan is a Nazi?
Oh, he absolutely is.
Whoa.
He's got that
There's no
mustache.
doubt in my mind. He doesn't like the...
Heinz. He sells Heinz.
He likes Haynes.
Yes.
There's other things he doesn't like.
Is he a racist or anti-Semite?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Big time.
Anti-Semite?
I don't even know. I love
I don't
this.
know if that's documented.
What?
Just spread it.
It's my opinion.
It'll end up on TMZ and everywhere else.
No, they're too busy talking to Rich Voss as he's leaving a shitty pizza place. What happened at TMZ? I mean,
and Bonnie with her tiny vagina.
Yeah.
I wonder if she does have one.
All right, here's the pick. Here's the guy, Jimmy.
All right, there goes the toss.
That's the guy with the Hitler mustache, and he was in the German army.
Yeah?
Huh?
Like shenanigans?
I don't know. Back then it could have been the style.
Yeah.
It was the style.
Throw it back.
They sure did love that little mustache.
Oh, so tiny.
Oh.
Can't wear it anymore.
What do you mean you can? We just said Michael Jordan's wearing it,
but
he's
people
bringing it back for everybody.
Commented on it.
Huh? Yeah, but he's still wearing it. He don't give a shit what people think.
He's got lots of money.
And it's getting closer, I noticed.
Getting closer.
A little bit.
Thinning it out.
Thinning
coming
it out
in from the side a little.
Just a little.
I work it slow enough, people won't notice. And then before you know it, it'll be like, does Anthony have a Hitler mustache? I don't recognize. He's been around.
Dude, your next Hannity appearance, you have to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Last second, shave it, look down as you're going on set, and just put it out there to the
I'll
world.
just sit like this with my hand
Just
over my
put it out there to
and
the
then
world.
just be hi.
Could you please do that?
Oh, no.
Why?
Be very angry.
Huh?
I'd never get on the show again.
That's true.
That
But
would
what
be
a way to go out.
Fucking, a Patrice, what was that, Angry Pirate?
Yeah. Can we play that?
That was the best.
Can we play that?
Yeah, I want to.
Patrice was the king of, what was it, John Gibson's show? And John
Yeah.
Gibson loved him.
He was laughing.
And then he has the most amazing TV performance ever, as far as news shows goes, and they never invited him back.
He got that lady to chuckle and then said, "Why are you laughing? I thought it was offensive."
And and you know what? He made some great points.
Of course he did. That fucking
Angry Pirate
donkey
thing.
punch and
Yeah.
Angry Pirate.
What was this?
hysterical.
What's the backstory on why Patrice was on?
I think it was
does anyone-
Imus time.
Imus.
Was it the Imus thing?
Yeah, and they were. He was saying that
years ago,
The video is simply called Patrice O'Neal Schools Broad on Funny. This is one of my favorite
BRAWD.
clips ever to appear on a news program.
So, next up on the chopping block, XM satellite radio DJs Opie and Anthony.
Oh, it's
They're
about us?
under fire now
Oh, it's
for
about
airing
us and
joking
you don't even know.
comments about
Homeless
raping
Charlie.
Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice. Will they be the next to go? Is radio cleaning house after the Imus debacle? With me now, New City President Sonia Osario. She took part in a recent protest calling for radio stations to stop supporting negative language in music and talk radio, and also our favorite stand-up comic, Patrice O'Neal.
Thank you, sir.
Patrice, are O&A next?
I hope not. I wish JB and Elvis didn't lose their job or Imus. It's funny. This is the thing. I don't know her, but I'm assuming that she has nothing to do with funny. So I'm gonna speak as the expert on funny. Funny people should just be left to trying to be funny.
What if they're not funny?
Then you made a mistake. But how many times has how many unfunny rape jokes lead to rape? Like,
I don't know how many jokes about rape there are.
There's a lot. But your world is not funny. Your world is next on the big story. My world is people trying to be funny.
Well, I mean, you think it's okay to try to make jokes about rape?
I'm diabetic. I make fun of that. I'm a victim. I might lose a toe. But I'm trying to make fun of I'm trying to make fun of anything I think I can make fun of.
Sonia?
You know, what's happening now is the marketplace is deciding what's appropriate and what's not appropriate. I think the nation is just tired. There's a new mood in the nation.
What nation?
Hey, can you stop
the
this?
nation. You know what? We're tired of things that
And go
are
back a little bit.
how annoyed
I
this
know,
got me.
I know this is an old clip, but the marketplace is not doing that.
That's the problem.
You nailed it with its special interest group. It's a very small minority that's controlling all of this.
The
for
marketplace
us.
doesn't give a shit. They just want to turn on their radio and listen. It's these interest groups like Now and these other fucking
That
assholes
pisses me off
that
again.
write the letters. And the marketplace isn't outraged and upset. Go fuck your mother.
Thank you, Anthony.
It's just tired. There's a new mood in the nation.
What nation?
The nation. You know what? We're tired of things that
Is
are
this
just
the nation
Pause
that's
again.
you?
It's not the Nation.
No.
She can't get away with this shit, even though this is an old clip.
Yeah, Patrice ain't letting her.
No, I know that.
Calling her out on this.
I know that. But unfortunately, because Patrice called her out on it, he's no longer welcome at Fox News, which is bullshit.
He went a little far, didn't he?
I don't think he did.
I don't either.
He had everybody laughing.
It was hysterical. The camera guys are laughing.
Everybody was laughing.
I love when you're watching the show and you hear the camera guy like, in the background just laughing.
The mood in the Nation is, get the fuck out of here. Jackass is doing killer numbers at the box office.
Mood in the
People
Nation.
want to see all that crazy stuff
The
still.
marketplace is...
What are
No,
you
the marketplace
talking about?
isn't. Your fucking dumb groups are taking entertainment away from the marketplace.
Which somehow got an incredible amount of power. I don't understand that.
Where
but
does she fucking think... Where does she
is she
get
a
off?
now broad?
Yes.
Of course. Does she still have a title with that organization?
I don't know.
What do they call them?
We should get an update on her to see if she's still doing her broad
Sonia
stuff.
Azario. She's just whatever. She's just a dope.
Yeah, but they throw her on there like she's an expert on all things women and all things media. And
All things funny, all things
Right.
everything.
Go ahead. Sorry.
It's just tired. There's a new mood in the Nation.
What Nation?
The Nation. You know what? We're tired of things that are
Is this
just
the Nation, this paper,
hurtful,
and you? I'm not the Nation. I'm just speaking for me and funny. You're speaking for the Nation, or you're speaking for...
Yeah, you know why? Because I remember 6 years ago doing something against Anthony Openy because they were just so outrageous, and their violent images that they put out to women was just uncalled for. And now, I think people...
You think they were trying to be funny?
I think now people in
Do
this
you think
country
they were trying to be
are
funny?
tired. You know what? I don't care if they were trying to be funny.
That's what I'm saying.
Let me tell you
Why are
something,
you
Keith.
in that business?
I've been to your show once, and it wasn't very funny being a woman.
It was
in your
hilarious.
Show, when you talked about...
That's why she doesn't like me. I was in the paper with her, and the joke is hilarious, called The Angry Pirate. And the lady who wrote it in her outrage didn't even know what it meant, and anybody who read it laughed, because they know what funny... You're not living in the context of funny. You're living in the context of fired.
Have every right to be as funny as they want.
No,
they
they
can
don't.
go out and try to be as funny as they want, make as much money being as funny as they want. This is what's happening. There is a change in this country. People are realizing they have an opportunity to speak out, and advertisers are listening.
You're
radio
not talking.
stations
You're
are
not talking.
listening.
You're not talking to who I talk
and
to.
you're not going to get paid as much money anymore.
Sonia and Patrice,
That's
look
what
at
it
this.
is. The marketplace
More
is
CBS
speaking.
radio firings. They've been on a tear lately.
All right.
Are they cleaning house, or is this the PC cops run amok?
You know what it is, John. You know what it is while you're reading that paper. It's the PC cops run amok.
Do you think she's a PC cop?
Of course she is. She has an entire encyclopedia of her stance on it, but it's no passion involved. It's not a real... This is just what she has to say. We are outraged and fired and
he's a
fired
fool. He's an
and
absolute
fired.
fool.
Name calling. I'm outraged. I am outraged.
You should be outraged.
I am a fool. Now, if I called you a fool,
You know what? a new sense of entitlement.
Who are these
to
people?
decency in this country?
Who are the people?
A new
How can
sense
you,
of
Patrice?
entitlement
Here's
to
what.
decency.
Here's my question: how can you justify a bad joke, a joke that isn't funny? Wait a minute. Go ahead. An attempt that isn't funny, doesn't get any laughs, and is about raping the first black woman to ever become the Secretary of State of the United States.
Throw that at me.
Well, why not?
The attempt is what I'm trying to fight for. The joke may or may... Funny jokes and unfunny jokes are come out of the same birth. That you don't know if anything is going to be funny. You should attempt to be able to make anything funny.
Don't you think a joke about rape is doomed to be not funny?
It's possible, but I've heard them.
You've heard a funny rape joke?
Of course. I say a couple. Watch my HBO special. I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah, Patrice says that if you're having sex with a woman, doggy style, and if you hit her in the head just the right
No,
time.
it's ejaculate in her eye and kick her in the shin, and she walks around like, arg! It's the angry pirate. That's what she was trying to say.
A violent act of hitting her in the back of her head, her body.
It's called the donkey punch.
Which will then...
Why are you laughing? She's outraged. It's called the donkey punch. It's whole humor that she has no clue what it is.
The same problem that Opie and Anthony does. You can't say just anything on the air.
You can say anything you want. It might not be funny. You might get in trouble for it, but you should be able to be attempting. And plus, when is a crazy bum going to get an opportunity to rape the president? If the president's wife, John? It was trying to be funny.
All right, Patrice, why aren't I hearing Al Sharpton complain about this thing involving Congress?
Because it wasn't involving young black women.
Well, it's involving a very prominent black woman.
Well, where was she during young black? Everybody has their agenda.
I was there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right, excuse me.
But why am I not hearing from Sharpton?
Because it doesn't concern him. It's not concerning him. It's black. It's, you know, come on now. You know Al Sharpton has his agenda, and it was perfect for Al. Young black women. And now she's representing just women in general. She's not representing the nappy hoe part. She's representing just the hoe. The nappy-headed part, she has nothing to do with. Just the hoe.
Sonia?
You know what? Women have been abused publicly in the media for too long, and people are tired of it.
No, they're
This
not.
has been a beautiful response of just the general public saying to advertisers, we're your consumers. We don't want to have to avoid everything in the street. We don't want to have to worry about what radio station we turn on. And there is some really derogatory, violent thing to deal with.
Your information, ma'am, is secondhand from someone making you aware that someone may have said something that you should be upset about. It's a shame. Your constituency, the people you represent aren't all victims in this matter.
Patrice O'Neill, thank you very much. Sonia Osorio, thanks to both of you. Appreciate it. Time for big politics.
But, you know, I know
she really needs to be fucked properly.
Yeah, I know it's an old clip, but it still matters today as we speak. It's ridiculous.
Patrice was great, though.
He was
handled
great,
it well.
and you know what? That was, I think, his last appearance on Fox News, unfortunately. And John Gibson ended up moving on and only does radio now, I think. But she was the one that brought it up.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
so he was controlling himself as far as that world goes. He knew where he was. But then when she brought it up, he said, no, this is what it is.
Yeah, kick her in the shins, go hard.
And he used the proper terminology for that,
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
instead of getting down and dirty and, you know, street with the whole thing.
You know what? It's infuriating to listen to her saying that the public made is the response, and it's a beautiful thing watching the community come together. No, it's you and your dumb fucking stationery that you write your letters on and special interest groups not representing the people. Right. You're representing the smallest iota of a minority that has a loud voice because you antagonize, harass, and extort the sponsors.
And she also was not, I guarantee you, she's not protesting movies where things happen or languages used. It's just like, shut up.
Fuck you and shut up, you bitch.
I'm just saying.
You fucking bitch.
We're always on her radar, I guess.
Fuck her.
She sucks.
And a little inside info, I don't know if we ever said this, but when Al Sharpton was getting involved with our situation with Homeless Charlie, he did call XM, that is a fact, and started fishing around. They kind of calmed him down with some offers of...
he wanted his own show. He wanted, he's another one with a fucking agenda.
They kind of calmed him down. I'm not sure...
to trade off fucking, I'll leave you alone if you do this for me.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how far it went, but there were deals being made so he doesn't make a big stink about it. That's how Al operates.
And the jackass that was in charge of XM at the time, he's long gone now.
Nate?
He was fucking listening. Oh, I have a meeting with Al Sharpton.
Well, I know it was Nate. It was Nate Davis, I believe. And what scared the shit out of me and Ant.
Fuck him, too.
Nate Davis wanted to meet us, but only in a hotel room with his bags packed because he wanted to see what we were all about. And he looked at me and Anthony, I'll never forget, and said, I just want to let you guys know, I thought Imus should have been fired.
Yeah,
I looked at Anthony like,
too.
Fuck, we got
great.
Just another one that we have to deal
race
with.
coming into it. Shut up.
I'm like, how do we even respond to that, and how do we even work for the company? But then...
Good riddance.
You know, shortly after that, he moved on. But, wow, how do you work for a company that believes that Imus should have been fired?
I know, on satellite.
On satellite especially, right.
Enough for him.
Right.
Good, glad he's gone.
So
he was a dope.
What a dolt.
Most of them were over
Stand
there.
him.
A lot of creative people, but the management was a little rough.
Oh, God, that was infuriating and funny at the same time.
Oh, wasn't that great? Patrice just
did a great
schooled
job.
her.
Who are you? What are you talking about?
Yeah, and Patrice went down because of us. He was doing some TV then. They all wanted him.
He'd have fucked it up himself.
You think?
Yeah.
Then fuck him.
That wrecking ball of a man.
Just put a chain on him and swing him around to wreck shit.
Well, you know, I don't know if I'd say it that way.
Well, yeah, that's a little inappropriate.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Well, I was thinking this big black round thing. God, now we're in trouble again. Great. It's our friend Patrice. I'm sorry.
I'd love him to be stumping to get the show fired.
Huh?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Fire him.
Hey, this is Bret Michaels of Poison. Hey, this is Danny McBride.
This is Jesse Ventura.
Hey, this is Jimmy Fallon.
Hey, this is Michael Chiklis.
Hey, this is Pee Wee Herman.
Hey, this is Seth Green.
Hey, this is Steve-O, and you're listening to the Opie and Andy Show. Oh, what did I say? Oh, did I? All right, Opie and Anthony Show.
Good. The old John and Jeff music.
Nice and soft like they had it, too,
Yeah,
I noticed. I think that's the gag, I guess. Very funny.
There it is.
That's hilarious. Opie and Anthony on a Monday.
Yay!
What happened? Troy was telling you a boring story and you walked away from him? That made me chuckle. As you were telling me as I was walking out of the bathroom.
Well, you know, apparently he's juicing now. So I walked by him.
Steroids?
No, I wish that was it.
Juicing. Yeah.
Wish that was it. No, just drinking juice in the morning. So I walk by, I go, hey, you've been taking some good juice dumps. That's all I have to say about juice. It begins and ends there with me.
That's all you give a shit about.
And but then he perks up. He's like, "Yeah, dude, you ought to do it." I'm like, "I'll have vegetable juice, not fruit juice, because it's too much sugar."
Should I really do it? Yeah.
And then he took a step forward, like this was really about to be a conversation. And he goes, "You know, there was a really interesting documentary about how juicing cured cancer," and I walked away.
He just kept walking.
I was so proud of myself.
Good.
What was the documentary?
Who knows?
Yeah, what's his
Why
name?
would I know?
A few guys have tried to cure their cancer with juice.
Exactly.
Big celebrity stars.
How about try chemo?
And it didn't work for those guys.
Like fucking, what's his name from Little House on the
It was
Prairie
Landon,
there.
right?
Michael Landon was giving himself juice enemas.
I think so.
And coffee enemas and stuff because he had the pancreatic.
Yeah, get it right up in there with an enema.
Jimmy, you ever do a vegetable fruit combo?
I prefer very little fruit mostly. I like
you do carrot and orange juice, man.
Now,
solid.
The kid likes carrot,
Solid
celery, and a little bit of ginger. I don't play games with juice. It's all veggie juice. Right down my gullet.
Gotta throw some beets in there and spinach.
Oh,
I like beets too. They hurt my stomach if I drink
Mine
too
is
many.
beets, spinach, carrots, orange.
I love a fruit juice.
Oh, you don't do it like it's a milkshake. I see the look you're giving me, Ann.
Yeah,
you do it for health reasons.
That can't taste very good.
I love a foamy juice.
It's not that bad.
Don't get me wrong. I love a foamy juice.
Don't get me wrong. Like we were going to take it the wrong way and get all upset with you.
Where can I get a vegetable juice? Stop thinking.
Like a V8?
No, a juicer?
No, like you just go and get him
My
juice.
body is a juicer. I want a vegetable juice. A carrot juice.
Go carrot orange.
No orange. I don't play games. Carrot with a little bit of celery and a teeny bit of ginger. Carrot, celery with ginger.
That's horrible.
That's what a man drinks. And I'm going to stiff leg to the elevator.
Over here.
A vegetable fruit. Like a Shivo McGreevy. Let me have
Ann was lying in wait for that joke. Did you see it?
It was a good
He's like, they'll be finished talking about their stupid
got
juice
it.
shit. And I'll get this line in.
I like the
it's
fact,
up on the sign behind the counter.
especially McGreevy, because there's so many other gays you could have picked.
Yes.
Shivo, you kind of got to go with.
You have to go with Shivo.
It's a Quinlan or a Shivo.
Yeah. Quinlan's
Shivo's
old.
the go-to vegetable.
Shivo's the new Quinlan.
Yeah, she's the go-to lump.
McGreevy.
What else is going on? Paranormal Activity 2 was #1 at the box office.
Was it?
Why would people go see
People
that?
love seeing those fucking dumbass movies.
Dude, they're doing Saw in 3D. I was thinking of you.
Yeah,
The
Saw
preview
3D.
was during the Jackass 3D.
Yeah.
And they had the shit flying right at you.
Yeah, I kind of lost interest in Saw, though. I like...
Can I give away one part of Jackass that made me laugh
Oh, yeah, I
really
don't
hard?
care.
They did something with a dildo, and because it's 3D, they shot the dildo right at your face.
Wow.
That's funny.
All those open mouths in the theater.
Yes!
I
Steve's up on the back of the chair with his butt cheeks spread.
Rewind.
I love this part.
I fucking howled. Rubbery fucking dildo going whoa, 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 right,
it was kind of like...
right
whoa.
at you.
That's
I'm like,
pretty
all right,
good.
that's why 3D was made.
Is it
try to
PG
catch
or
it.
R?
It's got to be R.
Gotta be.
Got to be R. Who else has seen Jackass? No one else?
Not yet, no.
Not yet? I'm serious, Ant. You should go.
Yes.
Throw those goofy glasses on and enjoy
Yeah, I want to
yourself.
go.
Where'd you go, up the street from the place?
Yeah, it was right there. 63% positive reviews on Rotten. But viewers saying 83. They do 2 ratings now, right?
Oh!
Yeah, because
audience and critics.
Yeah. There's
That
a
is
20% difference between the two.
That's great.
Quite a disparity there.
But that's not bad, 63 positive reviews, because
No.
it's
For a
you know,
movie like
it's
that.
stunts, you know?
83% of the viewers liked it.
Yes. Everything's fucking
Who
coming out
didn't
in
like
3D
it?
now.
If you're going to see Jackass the movie, you know what you're seeing.
Yeah.
So then who goes and says, you know
Not gonna
what?
walk out
I
like...
didn't think there was a lot of character development in regards to Ryan Dunn. I thought Party Boy, there was way more there they could have gotten into. Where did he get the breakaway jumpsuit?
Exactly.
There's a whole backstory there that they could have...
They didn't delve deep enough into each guy. Fuck you.
I want to
know
make
what you're
a.
getting.
Why is Steve-O the way he is?
You got to watch the original one. Character development. Yeah.
I want to make a 3D summer blockbuster movie.
Yeah.
About cancer. Just all about tumors and how, like, when old people will come in and show you their goiters and it comes at you in 3D. That would be such a bomb. Just call it goiters with a Z at the end, so it's like young and young.
To bring in the youth mark?
So it's young and urban.
To bring in the youth of America?
Like Boys in the Hood with a Z.
Yeah.
Goiters.
Yeah, goiters. Goiters in the neck.
They really should re-release some like really inappropriate movies in 3D, like The Passion of the Christ,
Schindler's List,
JFK.
Yeah. No, you should start with Passion of the Christ. Imagine that in
Oh,
fucking 3D.
man.
The outrage.
The outrage.
Oh, my God.
Now Jesus is being beaten in 3D.
See JC in 3D.
Coming Christmas Day. It's really fucking bad.
JFK would be great in 3D.
Yeah.
Pesci takes his wig off and throws it at you. It's an enigma trapped in a riddle. That great blonde wig comes flying at you. Maybe Clay Bertrand's erection, which he spills a beverage on. And that little fucking pinky when he
That
waves
little
it.
pinky wave will be right in your face.
You're not a bad looking man, Mr. Garrison. Kevin fucking Bacon's knees. Back and to the left, of course. They put you behind the limo. Your brain flying at you. Jackie's fucking hiney. Governor Connolly's hat.
It's so real you'll be reaching into your friend's lap for some of that brain.
It's great.
Shit.
He's so great. Oswald's flyers. He's handing them out.
He hands one to you.
Yeah, yeah.
I always feel like you got to grab it.
You duck back. Fucking Ed Asner's fist as he's beating Jack Lemmon. Oh no, he's hitting me too.
That would be a good one.
Imagine Saving Private Ryan in 3D.
Oh, that's a good one.
Art's
Yeah.
just coming off all over.
Oh, the beginning sequence. Yeah.
I think they'll
Covered in meat.
they're going to make every movie in 3D. from
I'm
the
actually
back.
sure.
Why not?
It's pretty much
Because then you
already
get to
there.
see these crazy movies you grew up loving in 3D.
I think every movie we saw a preview for over the weekend was a 3D movie.
Yeah.
Every single
Taking
fucking
over.
one.
Once they have the technology, why not, man? It's a fun way to watch a movie.
Yeah.
Oh, well said, Jim.
If
Contributed
it's a
nothing.
good movie. Nothing worse than, who wants to go see a shit movie just because it's in 3D? That's what's going to happen also. Just gonna
Once-
be bad movies.
Once everybody's used to it, though, it'll be story driven and stuff too, because people will be like, all right, we got it.
Then it'll just be commonplace, as I like to say.
It's like the 3D, it's a 3-hour 3D film I'm writing. It's called Jaspers, and it's about the world of competitive marbling.
Marbling?
People who play with marbles.
Has there ever been a competitive marbling movie?
No, the camera's right on the floor. That big marble rolls right at you.
A big Aggie coming at
Yeah. It's great. Then we get what we do is we get a woman with a hysterectomy, and we see how many marbles we can store in her vagina.
I wouldn't say many if she had a hysterectomy, right?
Well, her whole canal.
Just the canal?
The whole
Do they
area.
sew that up at the end?
No! You still fuck them.
No, I don't mean the front of the vagina.
Yeah, they
like a
fucking,
mummy's mouth. Just...
no, they vacuum fucking seal it. Like those things you... Space bags.
like where do they cut? Where do they cut it? Is it above the cervix?
fuck, who knows? I don't even know what they take out.
What do they take out? They take out that bag, that baby growing bag.
And
then the ovaries.
The uterus?
Yeah.
The whole kit and caboodle comes out?
Yeah. The whole, the thing that made you a woman. Oh, women hate that.
Yes, we're going in for the old identity remover.
We're going in for the old, you'll have a mustache in a month.
Is that what happens?
Pop these hormones like Tic Tacs, or you're going to look like a man.
Oh, no.
Well,
Just got to go in there and get everything out.
Yeah, they gotta. But then do they scrape that? Like I mean, cut it and then stitch up the vag at the end.
No,
so it's like a fucking.
They take an ice cream.
A cul-de-sac. Like a sock. Yeah. An ice cream scoop and just.
Oh yeah.
Pull it out. Mm-hmm. Or they just turn the whole
That's
thing.
how they do the
inside out?
procedure.
Oh God, are they showing it?
I actually don't know much about it.
God, what is that?
Is that a bikini?
I don't know what that is. Oh, they're pulling her fucking. They got clamps up and they're just.
That's just
ripping it
sad.
out. Oh, who needs that?
What are you doing?
That's all right. She can't get pregnant.
Yeah. That's a major operation, though, right?
That's got to be a biggie.
Take out all your plumbing.
No, it's
all
like
your girly plumbing.
It's like having a root canal.
No, it's worse than that.
Oh, is that where they cut it? Yeah, look, cut. And then they sew up the vagina. Where's the cervix?
Hey.
Oh, my God, they take everything. The cervix and everything. Holy shit, there's barely any twat left.
Yeah. Every time she coughs, it echoes.
You would bottom out on that.
Yeah. Sounds like the hallway of an old building with no rugs. Like you're walking to a state house building. To where your
state house.
To where your shoes clip-clop on the floor. Yeah. I want to eat your pussy, but it sounds like the Library of Congress. I better not.
I think it just blow air in there and fucking blow it up a little.
Oh, yeah, it just comes out her ears like a whistle.
Good call, Dan.
Auga.
Good call.
Yes, that is true.
It looks like a longhorn.
A longhorn.
The whole female productive system. Wow. Looks like a longhorn.
I would hate to have a fucking hysterectomy.
Oh my God, it's the exact same thing.
It really is.
I wonder how long the recovery process is. What do you think? Wow, that's exactly.
It's got to be a day.
I
think you got to take Monday off.
Absolutely.
Hey, I got in front of me something that I saved for Jimmy.
Hysterectomy?
Jimmy was out there being a star, and then he came back, and then we got
big star.
Then we got busy with other things. But I saved you Andy Rooney, Jimmy, one of your favorite people
Oh,
on TV.
good. I do like him.
He had a terrific one. Well, at this point, probably 2 weeks ago. So I'm going to get right into it. Andy Rooney
Was
talking
it on
about
hysterectomies?
No.
You ever notice how cranky a woman gets after the uterus has been removed? You ever notice how they just don't feel like themselves?
Feel like they've lost their womanhood. And they pretty much have.
Yeah.
You ever notice how uterus looks just like the Texas Longhorns logo?
Yeah, why don't they put a uterus on the side of the helmet? No one would notice.
Boy. You ever shine a flashlight into a vagina after a hysterectomy and watch her eyes light up like a jack-o'-lantern? You ever do that?
Sort of like fucking a dead-end street.
It's probably not what he said.
I didn't think so. What does he talk about?
Let's find out. Technology, I believe, in cars.
Oh, great.
In cars, he can't handle it.
I don't like it. Since they took the crank off the front.
I have a lot of gadgets here in my office. I don't really like gadgets. I don't even like the word gadget. I read, though, where automakers have plans to install even more electronic gadgets in their cars. So
What?
do we really need more of them? I knew I was out of the loop when I read recently that the Ford Motor Company is allowing smartphone apps on Android phones to link directly to sync-equipped cars. I not only don't have an Android-equipped phone in my car, I don't know what one is.
You do have
Wouldn't
emphysema,
know
though.
what-
Jesus Christ. You get the breathing app for the iPhone. Hey, Vader. Do you ever notice when you sound like the Lord Prince of Darkness? How nice C-3PO is to you.
I think he's like 90. Still on TV.
I don't even know what one is.
Yes. Thanks, Andy.
People do
I
shit.
always like the crank-up windows. Made me feel like I was doing something.
I like to make Oprah Winfrey drive me around, even though she wants to go see a Children's.
What was wrong with wooden spokes on the wheels? They gave me a good ride.
don't know what one is. Wouldn't know what one was if I saw one. I mean, do drivers really need to log onto the internet while they speak to friends?
Yes.
While the kids watch a movie on the video screen in the back seat? And at the same time, have the GPS help locate the best Italian restaurant in the area?
Yeah.
I have mixed feelings about the things that will keep me.
So do I.
Don't worry.
Hatred and disdain.
First of all, he doesn't understand internet in your car isn't sitting there browsing on the web. It's Wi-Fi everywhere, so you could get things transmitted to your fucking vehicle.
Right.
Music, information, fucking maintenance shit for your car, like all that stuff. He's thinking, you're going to be looking at porno.
Right. Instead of maybe a restaurant you want to eat at in some strange town somewhere.
Tied into your navigation
Plus,
system.
he's not going to have to worry about it too much longer. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't
This
worry.
isn't for you. Don't worry.
I hope these gadgets aren't in coffins. Makes me a little nervous.
Area. I have mixed feelings about the things that will keep me from getting lost. Too often, the best time I have is when I am lost, before I get where I'm going. I can remember when Henry Ford said,
I can remember driving through South Central Los Angeles and 6 Negroes dragging me out and hitting me with a kitchen sink.
Because I was lost.
I was lost.
I had a new destination, the hospital.
Who wants to be lost?
No one enjoys being lost. Some of the best times I've had has been when I'm lost.
Jesus.
Really?
You might take the long way because you feel like being in your car a little longer, but you don't want to actually be lost ever.
Guys,
it sucks.
Adult.
God, does it suck.
Gadgets.
Remember when Henry Ford said, you can have any color car you want as long as it's black. Now people have green cars. That means environmentally friendly cars, like hybrids, electric cars, cars with fuel cells, and even cars that run on used cooking oil. Of course, I don't want a car that smells like bacon grease or French fries. I just want a car that I can drive to the store in, pick up a bottle of milk and a loaf of bread, and go home.
That's all you want?
His milk and bread. He just sits there eating the bread and drinking the milk.
Just buy milk and bread.
What year is this guy living
When
in?
was the last time someone just went and got milk and bread?
No one.
You can have any slave you want, as long as it's black.
I just want to go and buy my Cialis and Efferdent.
What a horrible combination.
So I can clean my horrible teeth and make my wife fuck me. She hates fucking me.
Fucking milk smegma breath and breadcrumbs in my teeth.
Yeah. Sometimes she puts Freedent in her vagina and I lick it out. It doesn't stick to my teeth.
My dentures.
I feel free to chew Freedent. I go to the store and I get that. And I get eggs and I drop them because I have dementia. You ever get eggs and you step on them because you think they're your shoes? Because you haven't been relevant since 1987? Tick, tick, tick. Oh, it's a clock. Thought it was a suicide bomber. As you were all hoping it was. Running in here with a glorious bomb strapped to his chest to finally end this.
Some kind of gadget strapped to him. I hate these gadgets.
Oh, God.
What is Allah Akbar?
Yeah, is that a bar that people go to drink at?
I've never drank at the Allah Akbar.
Yes.
By the way, Eric.
I've gone to Murphy's and...
sorry. Eric in Virginia attack. He goes, he remembers Henry Ford saying that?
Yeah.
Ford said that in 1909.
I remember as an adult.
We've now done 2009 as well. That's how long ago that was.
Hearing Henry Ford say,
holy shit.
My friend George had an issue with a cherry tree once. I said, just tell the truth.
Man.
Milk and bread.
Milk and bread.
Who runs out for
Just
milk
drive
and
to the
bread?
corner store for milk and bread.
Yeah.
He thinks that's where he is. He's at fucking, I don't know, place that you can't get milk and bread at.
I like to get condoms and gumballs and then beat my wife like we're in Bad Boys. Yeah. Sometimes she puts a bomb in the radio like Horowitz. And I play it like Viking and it goes off. Knocks me off the banister.
She's good with gadgets that explode.
That's right.
Trying to kill me.
She caught me doodling one time. I said, that was Tweety, you asshole. Did you ever notice when Warren Jerome robs somebody, he gets shot and killed? You ever notice that?
That's Tweety. That's all.
Did you ever draw a bird flying over a prison wall and all your friends laugh at you? You ever doodle with your own shit because you're old? I have.
Oh, God.
He's the worst.
He really is a doddering fool.
Dumb.
Milk and bread.
Milk and bread.
Yeah.
Just coming home with that bag with the baguette coming out of the top and maybe some celery. What's he making?
Then you put the milk under your pillow and it gets sour because you're senile. And there's a fire when you hold the bread and try to put it out because you think it's an extinguisher because it's cylindrical. Because you're a dope.
Shit, man. And with his dumb milk and bread on the passenger seat of his old car.
It's horrible. You ever been the victim of a home invasion and you try to swing your bread at them and they eat it while they're beating you and raping your wife with a stick? You ever have that happen because you're old?
I have. Not fun.
Wow.
Yeah, well, he doesn't like gadgets.
I hate gadgets. My grandson puts on German shit films in the car. I can't go anywhere without watching Caviar Party.
Caviar Party? What's a caviar party?
Oh, it's a fun place.
No
It's
need
a fun
for
place to visit.
Oh, yeah.
Internet in the car.
Yeah.
And how long's a red light anyway? I can only watch about 30 spins of meat spin during one red light.
He remembers when there weren't red lights.
Yeah.
Yes. He remembers those things. Ding!
Oh,
that would come out,
shit.
Yes.
go and stop.
And when someone took a picture of me and Morley Safer and another friend and called it Lemon Party.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Judah Friedlander is on TV selling his karate book.
Yeah.
I see that book everywhere. Everywhere.
A very silly book.
It really is silly. Funny.
Did he say bottle of milk?
No, I don't know.
Did he? I think he just said milk.
Okay.
A bottle.
So he
and why doesn't he have a
updated
milkman?
that at least?
I've been waiting for the milkman. All my cereal's stale because there's no such thing anymore. With the milk box.
I was drinking the heavy cream he left. Then I realized it was just a sand ashtray outside an AA meeting. Can't believe I was drinking that.
Well, I'm glad we saved that one for when Jimmy was here.
Oh,
he
of
really
course.
appreciates
He brings
Andy,
it home.
Andy Rooney.
I sure do.
He's an institution, isn't he?
Yeah.
God bless him.
Really
We got a drunk, toothless Finnish man. I'm doing a little cleanup.
What we got?
We got shit that's been laying in front of me for a long time here, man.
Damn. E-Rock.
E-Rock's resume. Drunken toothless Finnish man tries to pronounce American auto names. Oh, it's quick.
Yeah, right.
Quick and fun for everyone. Carrie's coming in tomorrow from Mythbusters, huh?
Yes.
She hot?
She's pretty hot.
Yeah, she's the redhead chick.
What's
She's
she
the one
look
that
like, Dan?
sexied. She sexied up the show.
Dan likes her.
She's coming in
Oh.
tomorrow. Everyone likes her. Where's the sexy pic?
She dishy?
What about up top right there?
Let me see this bitch.
Damn.
Yeah, that's when she's doing
Carrie
her sexy
Byron.
shot.
Pretty.
And we got a nice ice road trucker coming in tomorrow, too. By the way, got to go backwards. Andy Rooney did indeed say beer, milk bottle.
A milk bottle.
Where was that? Because I don't want to listen to the whole fucking thing.
Right at the end.
It was near the end?
Right at the end, yeah.
Milk bottle.
Car that smells like bacon grease or French fries. I just want a car that I can drive to the store in, pick up a bottle of milk and a loaf of bread, and go home.
A bottle
of milk and a loaf of bread.
When was the last time milk was in bottles?
Oh, he doesn't fucking know.
I just want to go to the store and pick up a whip to discipline my slave. And a mint julep. He can make it for me on the porch. How fucking old is this guy?
A bottle of milk.
Don't spit in my lemonade.
Yeah, that's right. I just want to go look at Sandy Duncan's bad eye while Kizzy spits in her drink.
Kizzy.
He said bottle of milk. Wow.
He is an old guy.
He's an old fuck.
A bottle of milk.
Yes.
He is so completely out of touch with what's going on in this world.
I just want to drive to the airport and take a flight to Mesopotamia. And Prussia. I want to go see Prussia. He's an idiot.
It's on one of those Indiana Jones planes. You could see its course on an old map. Where are you going?
Yes. I just want to stop in and get a bottle of milk in the Ark of the Covenant. Fucking boob. Shut up.
I don't know if this is going to play today.
Yeah? What the fuck?
I don't know. We'll see in a second.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't think this is going to play.
I love that. It's Carrie Byron naked. No, it isn't.
No, it's not her.
Photoshopped. She did do something, though. Was that a Maxim thing?
I think it was FHM.
FHM, same.
Yeah, it was a while back, but
yeah.
She can still pull it off.
She's since had a baby, though.
I don't care.
She's married?
Yeah.
Who's she married to?
Some fucking asshole.
Big fan, Danny?
Of Carrie Byron?
Yeah, big fan.
I'm going to have a hard time not asking her for personal belongings and clumps of hair.
Nice.
Yeah.
You going to get a haircut for the big interview tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm going to look my dapperest. I might even...
Wear a suit.
I'm
Wear your
gonna
polka dot shirt?
yeah, my stripes and polka dots at the same time. I'll wear some of Jimmy's old cologne. And
You should wear a suit. Dress like a true gentleman. Try to seduce
she
her.
is delicious.
A true gentleman.
Yeah. What if she has a big vagina?
I'm going to have a tough time. Well, she had a kid.
Oh. I mean,
I'll
big
have
lips.
a tough time containing myself.
Look at that. What episode was that? She was wearing a
they were trying to
skin-tight-
make some fucking ass seal on a toilet, so they needed to mold someone's ass cheeks.
Yeah.
So they put her in spandex and took a mold of her ass.
That's great spandex, right?
Holy shit.
Yeah, she's got a really nice ass there.
Would you deep dick her?
I would deep everything her.
She's wearing
I'll deep toe her, deep nipple her.
You know those guys try to hit on her all the time and she wants no part of them. Geeks. She probably sticks her feet in their mouth.
I think this was actually her first, like that whole ass molding. I think that was like her first interaction with the actual MythBusters as a show.
Oh, really?
So like that was like her first thing.
No
I guess
wonder.
that was kind of like hazing, you know? Like, oh, you want to be on a show? I take your ass out.
They must have been commenting, right?
Well, what I've noticed from watching, I've seen like every episode of MythBusters.
You like those guys?
Jamie, who runs that complex, that M5 Industries, he hires some hot girls. Like, he goes for, like, that type of girl.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I think he knows what he's doing. He wants a little eye candy around the shop. He's not retarded.
Yeah.
There's always some dyed hair girl with piercings and shit. I like
He's
Jamie's
into
style. We
that.
got the same style, I think.
Yeah. That's
People,
cool.
people loving your Andy Rooney. Yeah, that's going to be fun tomorrow.
She's a
We're looking
great
forward to
hostess.
it.
Fucking so hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A couple of things. Hiccup Girl on TMZ. Which one was she? Because everyone's like tweeting and.
Oh, I thought you.
They want us
I
to
was thinking
talk
of
about.
Sneeze Girl.
No.
Any
do we know
update
this
on
girl?
Sneeze Girl? Whatever happened to her?
She got cured.
Yeah, she got cured.
did
But
she?
Hiccup Girl.
Spin kick to the chest.
She's being charged with first-degree murder. But do we
What?
know who she is? Why is everyone like trying to bring this to our attention today? It's on TMZ.
Murder.
How do we know
Ugly,
her?
too. Jesus
Do we know
Christ.
her?
I don't know.
Yeah, it says a Florida teenager who
Well known as the Hiccup Girl a few years ago.
uncontrollable
Baffled
hiccups.
doctor.
Okay, yeah. She was known all over the world for being this girl that had uncontrollable hiccups. Well,
Probably
now
on
she's-
YouTube.
Now she killed somebody, I guess, or they're saying she did.
Yeah.
She's still hiccuping?
What'd she do?
How sleep must suck for her.
Police say she lured the victim into an area of St. Petersburg where two men, LaRon Radford, and Lamont Newton, tried to rob him.
Guilty and guilty.
After Griffin struggled with the suspect, he was shot multiple times. How does that involve her?
She lured the guy. She's
Oh,
essentially.
she lured the guy. Oh, okay. She's a coal burner. That's what they call her.
Yeah.
Yeah, coal burner.
I bet you that big black dick fucked the hiccups out of her.
Oh.
I bet you that's all it took was a dick to finally get deep enough to knock those hiccups right out.
Fucking pushed her diaphragm back.
Yes.
And she figured out she would return the favor.
One deep push with that dick, and she went burp, and there was no more hiccups.
LaRon and Lamont. Not two guys you should be hanging out with, luring people into areas to rob. Yeah, there she goes. First degree murder.
Okay.
Nice. Good for you.
The finished disc will not play, so maybe we'll play that another day. We'll get another copy. But we got a guy that had awesome sex, and he wants to tell the world about it.
Awesome sex.
We did this story about him. He broke into his neighbor's house.
Yeah?
Dog fucker.
Lay your butt down, baby.
Okay,
Take your shirts off.
I can do that.
I want that young body
Do you?
naked. Yeah, I want to suck your cock.
Like you hard to find.
Oh, God,
All
this
right, what is
really
this?
creepy. Well, you got, obviously, a woman that really needs it from this guy. And she seems to be a bit on the old side. Of course it's from this website. Of course it is. Can we just play the visual version? All right, yeah, because I want to know what's going on here. What's the setup here, Danny? I think I fucked up the setup a little bit on that one.
From what I could gather, it's obviously amateur homemade video of a guy and a girl fucking, but I'm pretty sure that like she's an escort or a prostitute or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Because you can tell that by their interactions, he's not comfortable, completely, and she's kind of.
All right.
You can tell like this is maybe like a second or third time, if not the first, that they've been together.
Can I say what she looks like?
Is she bad looking?
From what I remember, it's not like
okay. It's not pretty.
It's not exactly a 10,
Lay your butt down, baby.
Okay,
Take your shirts off.
I can do that.
I could do that.
I want that young body naked.
Do you?
Yeah, I want to suck your cock.
This ain't gonna be good.
Like you hard to find. You know that.
Head up that way.
Okie dokie.
Okie dokie. All right, he's laying down.
That is
Oh,
awesome.
God, that's so much
You got
mother.
an open invitation, baby. You can suck my cock anytime you want to.
Open invitation.
That is awesome.
She gets all the way down.
If your mouth gets tired, just let me know.
My mouth's exhausted.
I'm aboard, baby. Oh my God.
She's not that old. How old is she?
That is awesome.
She's old.
Oh, that is awesome. You know what? Lose this. I prefer my women.
She looks like Andy Dick.
Please.
Oh.
Come on, baby.
Oh, fuck.
Come on, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, come on.
Come on,
Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
Oh, shit.
She got her charm bracelet caught or something.
That rarely happens. That was awesome.
Oh, God.
What's the chance of coming together on the first time? Yeah, you're right down there, boy. That's awesome. Wow, you are something else, boy. That's awesome. Oh, you're killing me. That's awesome. That was awesome.
Cleaning her awful pussy.
That was awesome. That was
I haven't
awesome.
seen carpet in a bathroom in a long time. That's awesome.
Everything's awesome with him.
He had awesome sex.
And he runs out of the hotel room as she chases him.
Yeah, she was in room 237. Fucking horrible old lady. I could never fuck an old lady.
No.
How old do you think she was?
60?
She was in her
Easy, right?
60s, yeah.
Easy.
Definitely.
She sounded old.
That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, he had awesome sex.
Carpet in the bathroom.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
She
that is
falls a
awesome.
lot.
Everything's awesome. My dwarf from school has passed away.
What?
Every school had their dwarf. Did you ever have a dwarf?
I think we did.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a few Asian kids, but
No. This is a real dwarf.
oh, you had a real dwarf? in
Yeah,
your
he
school?
lived for a
How
while.
Cool is that?
Lived for a long time.
They can live a long time.
Name was Paul Miller.
R. Nelson.
Paul Miller. He went to Harvard, graduated law school, Harvard Law. He became a advocate for little people and their rights, disabled people. Went on to become advisor to Bill Clinton and Barack Obama.
And you went to school with this guy?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
What did he advise him on?
I don't know. Putting bubble wrap on the corners of the tables.
What did he die of?
Got cancer.
Oh, no.
Jesus.
Took 2 days to kill him.
Oh, God. Oh, God. Yeah, but I remember him walking through the hallways. Very outgoing.
Had a hell of a
Very
life.
outgoing guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Godspeed.
Does that look familiar right there? That guy.
That's the guy.
That's the guy right there.
Guess, yeah, look, see? New York Times obituary.
He looks familiar.
Well.
Then again, they all look alike.
He's got that look. But he wore the little bow tie and the suit. And
why would you wear a bow tie if you were a dwarf?
He was very...
I guess a tie would hit the floor.
He was very into school, working.
Of course he was.
That's dumb, right?
I know. It's like, why? I would have been like, why bother? I'm a dwarf. I'm just going to give up.
Why does God...
I wasn't even a dwarf and I gave up. What am I talking about?
I said that, but I'm not a dwarf, and I said that. I'm a dwarf.
I'm a dwarf.
Why does God give a guy like that cancer?
I don't know.
He had enough to deal with.
It's like got enough to deal with. How long could he have lasted?
Why didn't he sooner? It's the question I ask. That's the question I ask God.
Yes, God. I guess God needed another bookend.
Sean. Remember Sean Stevens from our show, the motivational speaker from Chicago?
Yeah.
In the wheelchair, came in with his father.
Yeah.
He made a viral video. Now I guess now he's all about making viral videos instead of helping people.
Really?
He decided. We played it on the show. Remember the little thing that was in a wheelchair and she was dancing around?
Oh, of course.
In her electric wheelchair, and it became
Fantastic.
a hit. So he decided to do one of those, and it's a hit. But I'm thinking he had a legitimate thing going on with him. He didn't need to do that. He's traveling the world, helping people with his motivational speaking.
How big is his video?
I have a question.
Oh, God.
What do you do
You
to
remember
get pumped
him, right?
up?
Yeah, I like him.
All right. Well, I'm going to show you what I do. And in fact,
He's the
I'm going to
weirdest
take it to the
motherfucker
next
I've ever
level
seen.
because I want you to do it with me. I call it a dance party.
My tongue is too big for my mouth.
So, it's going to start off really simple. Just shoulders right now. And you might think, what is he doing? Why is he doing this?
I want to hear the sound of
Because
a glass recycling
it gets your
plant
body moving.
when his shoulder bones
And
just bust
it makes
inside
your
his body.
spirit feel good.
Does it?
So we're moving the shoulders.
He is
And then we're going to start to get the arms inboard.
Yeah.
What's wrong with his eyebrows, too?
Good.
I'm
It's called a
nitpicking.
dance party.
You really are. And his hair is musty.
And we're going to take it
What's
up
the
a
matter
notch
with
in a moment.
You can't take it up a notch. You are a notch.
But he's just...
Look at his arms. They're
All right, I know what
bent
you're
in the
thinking. You're
wrong
thinking,
spots.
he's gone crazy. And I have. Because life is meant to be enjoyed.
Ew, don't get too close to the camera. You're scaring me. What's that big thing on his chest?
His heart.
All right, so now,
Not a very good
you're going to
dancer.
lose it now in a
no,
moment.
he's not very
When the
good.
chorus really gets going, you're going to look around, make sure that you're alone when you do this, all right?
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Now he's just losing it, dancing really hard.
But not a good dancer, though. I'm really...
But why did he do this? He's legit. He doesn't need to do this.
Well, maybe he kind of likes it. Some woman is going, he's cute, I'd fuck him. That's why he did it.
Oh, are you kidding?
Some woman wants to
It's
put
called a dance party. And you do it about 3 times a day. You just get
I
your
guess he's
favorite
got
song
nothing else to
on,
do.
and you get your move on. Because life is supposed to be silly.
Either that or wait at the top
so
of the stairs for someone to
serious.
help him downstairs.
Life is supposed to be silly. Exactly. That's what God thought.
Yeah, that's why he
Tossed you down here.
Right.
I know this is probably going to be like the most watched video, but dance with me anytime you want.
He's like a little monster.
His personality is good, though. I like the guy.
Yeah, I liked him when he was in the studio.
Personal.
I just don't know why he decided to go down this road.
Are you dancing? Are you laughing at me? You're laughing at me.
No,
I know
we're
you're
not
laughing at me.
laughing at you.
I would laugh at me.
Yeah, we are.
He's a likable guy, though.
Yeah.
Oh, his
So you're
arms
gonna
are like
watch
a
this anytime you want to
shillelagh.
feel good.
Oh.
So,
Why don't you do a new dance called The
So you
Limping Man?
remember, leave
Because
yourself
he can't do
dance
the running
parties.
man.
Life is too short to get all serious and not have a good time. I'm Sean Stevenson. Thanks for watching.
Do the twisted spine.
I wouldn't call that a viral video.
No, that's just one.
No.
That's just one version.
2000.
I'd call it a mom had a virus.
Jesus. No, it's
I'm
doing
happy for him.
extremely well.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He just comes off looking a little odd.
He's silly, but the man wants to have a dance party. Let him have a dance party.
If you opened your eyes and that was standing in the corner of your room at night, you'd scream. You'd scream.
I have a fucking nice heart on right now from that. Who doesn't?
There's another one I saw over the weekend. No arms, no legs, motivational speaker with some kind of nubby like toe that's sticking out of his where his how would you explain this? Where his hip goes, I guess.
What?
Yeah.
What's he motivate people? How to be
This
great
guy,
doorstops?
this fucking guy gets people crying.
Is he Jimmy McMillan's kid or something?
There's a million videos.
And grown out of his.
Oh.
Jimmy McMillan.
Yeah, we remember.
You threw in 8 M's.
What is this?
Well, you got to find the right video, which I don't know. He's got a ton of them. He's been on Oprah. No arms, no legs, and he's a motivational speaker with an unbelievable attitude. And then he talks, and everyone starts crying in the audience because they're like, "Holy shit, my life doesn't suck."
Nice to see you. My name is Nick Vujicic, and it's a pleasure to be with you. So I have no limbs, but I have a little chicken drumstick. And
Boo, boo, little boom in a black high school.
You like that?
He's playing some foot pedal shit.
And get some techno going like. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
With his cock, that looks like,
Yeah. There you go. You like that?
No.
Is that cool?
I like the audience, I'll tell you that.
Beautiful. But honestly, along the way, you might fall down like this. Ready?
Then he falls down, and he has no arms or legs to put himself up.
Hello.
Oh wait, you got to see this part right
So
here.
what do you do when you fall down? Get back up. Everybody knows to get back up because if I start walking, I'm not going to get anywhere.
Spend an hour in this chair, alone in this room, and you'll feel sick. Oh, God. Afraid.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Ashamed. What the hell?
It's the Opie and Anthony Show. Opie and Anthony. This is the Opie and Anthony Show. Sirius XM.